What is going on, everybody? Hello, hello, hello. All right, just checking the audio here. I know the title says Godzil is joining today, but I don't know where he is yet, and I wanted to make sure that we started somewhat on time. So Godzil should be here hopefully soon. How is everybody doing though? Let me go ahead and just make sure that the audio is coming through. Okay, there it is. I can hear myself. Amazing. How's everybody doing today? Thank you so much for being here. I feel like I'm doing live streams every every day at this point. It's been kind of crazy, but the new season has definitely called for it. So we'll go. All right, just got a message from Godzilla. Should be here shortly. So let's go ahead and jump into another game here. Why not? Man, it has been a struggle for me. This season has been fun earning champ chest. Actually, I'll say it hasn't really been that fun earning champ chest because I can't get out of diamond 3. Every time I push up to like 3200 or which would be 32, I get pushed back down to diamond 3. I mean, you can see my tremendous losing streaks here. It's really quite incredible. It eats up my soul, and it's just not fun. All right, let's get out of the match because guess who is in the house? What is going on, sir? How are you? There he
What's
is.
up, guys? Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, sir.
All right, all right. How's everyone doing? Sorry, guys, I was late because I had to pick up a rabbit.
A rabbit.
Yeah, so I have some church friends. They're heading back to the Philippines for holiday.
Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna help take care of rabbit for a week. So yeah.
All right.
So that's why I was late. Sorry.
That's fun. No worries,
Yeah.
man. No worries. Everybody's just excited to see you. That's all. And now they want a rabbit reveal. Harris is asking for a rabbit reveal.
Oh no, the rabbit might get a mini heart attack. So you guys are too scary for her, so maybe not.
The rabbit can't handle the fame of being on the
On the
YouTube
street.
live stream.
The world most famous rabbit coming
Uh,
soon.
Darkest Nights in the house. We got Mitchell here. I know I've been chatting with you guys a lot in the chat already, so we'll skip those earlier ones. Druids is here. Legendary Canary. Oh, glad you could catch it live today. Team Phoenix Rising. Willa D. All right. Well, let's go ahead and jump into how you are feeling. So we're gonna get we were promised, at least on Twitter, we were promised some hot takes from Godzilla today. And
Right.
you guys know just how funny I've been, so I can't wait to jump I can't wait to jump on these with Godzilla. Well, we'll try to make it fun.
Yeah.
But how are you feeling so far? We're not 10 days through the season. Godzilla, you've been sending me a bunch of screenshots, or I've been seeing on your Twitter a ton of like chests that you're getting in gold. So I feel like
Mhm.
the mid-season to back half of season experience seems to be significantly better from a chest earning perspective, at least compared to the beginning grind, which has always been tough.
Um, to be honest, I'm sharing like a lot of like my daily journey and the things that I've received from the daily chess, how much ECR I'm consuming every day, what's my strategy. I'll just post it on Twitter so you guys can check Twitter. Um, initially that was what I think. Like, the start of the season will be, a tremendous grind and
Mm-hmm.
great, a very, very steep challenge because everyone, falls back down and tries to get back up as high as they can as soon as possible. Um, but recently, like the last 2 days when I was playing, I feel that the high tier of gold, where I'm at about 3000 to 3001 rating, so that's like max gold one, it's getting really competitive and tough, and everyone is like renting max out. If they're on a dragon splinter, they rent max
Yeah.
out 3 to 500 DEC rentals a day. If they're on water, they go for full Elric Velnamore teams with 3 to 500 DEC cost a day, and everyone is doing it to really maximize their win rate. So the competition is extremely tough. I've been tracking like my win rate and stuff, and I'm I'm just like 58 to 60% win rate at where I
That's,
am right now.
that's pretty good. I can't say that I'm above 50%. I haven't even
Yeah,
looked because it's been so demoralizing.
yeah. So I think I wouldn't say that it's easier at the start of the season compared to now. I think it's really competitive now every single
Hmm.
day. You really have to play your best to maximize your win rate. And yeah, the matter of fact is that you got to rent up to really challenge at high goal one. If not, you will just get trashed by level 3 Yodins, Kitty, your Selena Sky, your Valnamos, Elrics, and the even Death. Death is really strong at goal one.
Hmm.
With the older alpha beta cards and the
Yeah.
snake poison decks. And needless to say, Lorna Shine is just broken at Go One as well.
In
I
silver too.
can't
I
beat
hated that card. Yeah.
I can't beat Lorna. I think she's the most powerful splinter right now in Go. If you have like a max out Lorna Shine deck, you
With with
can't
the, with
even
this
kill
with the
one.
sneak attack.
Yeah, I think it's a combo. You can play like huge combinations with it.
Mm.
It's very versatile in a sense that you practically get one free turn um
With
for the
with
match,
each of your
right?
monsters. Yeah.
Yeah, you get one free turn, and if you play the resurrect combination, when you resurrect, it gets
It
divine
gets the
shield
divine shield
again,
again. Yeah.
and then you can play two resurrects or even three resurrects, and you just keeps you
Yeah.
just can't kill anything. So Lorna Shine is broken, and I think it's the most expensive to rent right now, like
Really?
other than
Okay.
Boundamore.
It's not the
Yeah.
most expensive to buy though. That's the interesting thing here. Actually, I don't know why I'm looking on the other screen. Let me go ahead
Yeah.
and
Let's
pull this up
show.
here so we can reference.
Mhm. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in, and leave a comment or question if you have, and we'll address them as we go along the stream. Glad to be here.
Yes, indeed. Look at this. It's still half the price of Mylar. Um,
Yeah,
but let's see this from a rental standpoint. So look at this at level 1 in bronze, you can get it for like nothing. But I guess you don't have the monsters to really play with it at that
it's
level.
the monsters that it's like she's just part of the puzzle, but
Hmm.
the other supporting pieces really makes her
Yeah,
shine. No pun intended.
it's okay. Intend that pun. Throw it right there in everybody's face. Intend it. It worked. It worked beautifully. Well, okay. So this is level 6 is maxed for gold, and then I'm just curious to
Mm-hmm.
get level 8 maxed for Diamond Plus. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, definitely well above her peers, I would say in the. But check
In
this
the
out.
die.
There's no ouster available at level 6. So
Mm-hmm.
and only one Mylar, 3 Lorna Shines. Maybe I'll rep myself a Lorna Shine deck since I hate on it so much.
Yeah, I always, I have like there's a saying that if you can't beat them, you join
Join
them.
them,
And
yeah.
yeah, and it's really true because you got to move along with the meta. If not, you
Hmm.
get left behind. There's no point hating on decks or splinters or combination or meta. You just follow and enjoy the game. It's just part. It will fade off in time to come. So, uh,
Well,
yeah, you can
every time
just
I
do it.
face Lorna and I lose to like the cat and the Silver Shield Assassin and
Yeah,
the Elven
Stitch
Cutthroat.
Leech. Yeah,
When
and
when
yeah,
when when I lose to those 3, I look up in the sky, I curse Yaba, and I say, "Why don't we have modern format yet? I don't want to see these mofo's anymore."
yeah.
Just
And
kidding. I don't do that. I mean, I
recently,
do, but I
like
don't mean it.
I've been like trying quite hard to think of a counter of like, how do I, if I'm gonna see Lorna like pretty often, how do I counter this deck? It's so irritating, right? So, one is to use cards that have redemption. You know, like
Yep.
redemption does help in that. And then the other one would be to use this. I think it's a promo card, the Enchanted Defender
Oh,
from the promo set.
I don't even know
Uh,
what card that is.
yeah, maybe
Enchanted
if you click,
Defender.
yeah, this one.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
So I've been using this card as like a secret weapon to counter Lorna Shine decks. Especially you can put in some amplify or even in the
Yes.
equalizer rule set. This guy is like a secret weapon, but just mainly to counter Lorna and Sneak decks.
Oh, you'd need to give it a level 5 for that Thorns.
Yeah, so I bought a Gold Foil one,
Mhm.
two, because the Gold Foil is already at level 4, so I just bought 2 and combine it to give me taunts. Yeah, that's what I
Interesting.
did.
Okay.
Yeah, and it gives me a very good bonus, right? Promo plus Gold Foil, extra easy percentage right there.
Now, are you getting a good win rate though against the Lorna Shine decks?
No, but this card is pretty versatile because when there's equalizer match, I tend to use him as like a
Oh,
default
yeah.
equalizer because it's just his shield is so high. He gets torn, throw in an amplify, and then he's really and he plays the the mini league games as well. So there's
Yeah,
many
that's a good
many
point.
scenarios that I can use him. So
Now,
it's quite a fun card.
did you get him at these prices or did you jump in earlier?
Good question. Let me check it out.
Just out of curiosity.
I think it's
Because
I paid about 20 per piece. I think
mhm.
I'll do a quick check and let you
Whoa,
guys know.
why don't we just get a bunch of SPS? Legendary Canary, what's this for? Are we doing a giveaway? Can definitely do a giveaway. All right, here. While you look that up, I just want to say hi to folks. So Mitchell's saying, "Feel like I dodged a bullet, not doing the Start Bits Millionaire." There was definitely an opportunity, an arbitrage time, but yes, I mean I'm down on my Starbits, so makes sense. Harris in the house. Let's see, Kimmy, I feel the same way. Feeling burnt out every time my daily focus. Prado, what's going on? Godziel's going to roast the rabbit. Are you going to eat it? I don't think I've ever eaten rabbit, but it sounds delicious. Great battle with you, Darkest Night. Oops, people are challenging him. You need hopium. I'll tie you to the chair and force you to watch Dwayne Cunningham all day. You don't need to tie me to a chair. I watch his videos. He's awesome.
I watch him every day as well.
Yeah,
Every single day.
I love his perspective. I don't agree with him sometimes, or I don't agree with everyone, but I think everybody brings a valid perspective, and they always make me think about things differently too. So, all right, Godzilla, they're asking you for when this Singapore tournament's going to happen.
Soon.
What's up,
Maybe I'm
Virus?
quite busy this summer because of work and stuff. So maybe after June, maybe we'll
Mm-hmm.
think of something. Yeah.
Cool. All right, finally back in champion. All right, well done, Darkest Night. Let's go. We keep getting pushed, man. We keep getting pushed. It's crazy. Every time I jump up to like 3,200 rating, I get dropped down. I messaged him yesterday because I quit the game for like the 57th time this season when I lost 12 out of 13 games, and I was like, that's it, I'm done.
Wow, 12 out of 13
Yeah,
games.
it was awful. I think I lost 5 in a row, and I was like, all right, I need to take a break. Then I won one, and then I lost another 6 in a row. I was like, screw this, man. I can't even win anymore. All right, sorry. So I was trying to catch up on some of the comments. Did you get a good deal on this guy, or has the price come down?
No, Pig Monsters doesn't have the data anymore.
Okay.
This means that I've either bought or sold a ton of stuff in between.
Now I'm
Yep.
curious to know: is this you flipping cards, or is this you just improving your deck?
Both. So I sold cards that I have extras, which are non-gold foils. That means just common rarity. I sold cards that I wasn't using, but had some value in them. Cards like Demon Shark, Deep
Mm-hmm.
Lurker, Medeli Guardian, Paraton, and I had like 20 extra BCX per what of everything.
Like
And my
above the
Cynics
gold
spawn.
max, essentially.
Yeah, because I'm using the gold voice, I'm not using the normal voice.
Okay.
So I thought that I expect some of these cards prices to drop further. So I thought might as well just let go of them right now and take the money to buy cards that I need to maintain in high gold. So I actually used the money to buy up some of the epic cards that I needed, like Nerissa, uh, Tridon. I
Yep.
needed her to get her to level 4. I had her at level 2. So, it's like $20 here, $20 there that I needed to push some of my cards to the next tier. So
Mm-hmm.
I just use some of the money from all these spare cards and put it to better use rather than just holding on now. So just
Yeah.
shuffling of cards basically.
Okay, that's fair. I need to do the same because I have a lot of gold foils that I don't think I'm ever gonna level up. Like, so for example, I have I was lucky I got a gold foil Carnage Titan airdrop when that happened.
I can help you with that.
But see, the thing is, like, I look at that, I'm just like, okay, I like it because it's already level 2, but I only have one
Yep.
BCX of the regular foil, and I'm just like, if I sell this, I can max it out for gold, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, do I want to sell a gold foil legendary? Like, that just feels so.
Ye-
I don't know. It's like I should have sold my Oshanis a while
Sentimental.
ago, but yeah, who knows?
You know, uh, I think you should get the Carnage Titan to level 3. I was using him at level 1 for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
But just before the rank rewards update, I got him to level 3 and he is so freaking good.
The shield is so powerful at level 3.
Just the shield, the double strike, and just so much combination play you can play. Like even with water, you with inspire, with the repair, with
Yeah. There's a lot of
healing.
options.
There's a lot of combination, and because of this focus fire right now, if you were to get a dragon splinter, I noticed that if you get a dragon splinter all the time, it's very likely that your games are going to be of the higher mana cap in most situations. So you will get to use Carnage Titan quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So that being said, it means that you will get to make use of the gold foil rarity bonus as well
Yeah.
if level 2 is sufficient for you. So play around with it, and it helps to counter Yodin. The shield.
It does. It comes. So I love playing it with a water deck because then I give it
Yes.
Inspire with River Hellendale, and so what's nice is if the game is high mana, right? I like throwing, sorry, if the game is lower mana, I'll like Flying Squid because Flying Squid in gold gets blind. But if
Yep.
it's higher mana, then I can play Dragon. Then instead of at the reach position Flying Squid, I throw him in, and for blind I'll throw in Chaos Dragon.
Yes.
And
Right.
so I feel like I'm
Right.
still getting all the abilities that I need.
Exactly. It's just very good synergy. In my opinion, like.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to force yourself to play. It's like when the mana is comfortable, you can fit them right. Just nice, just fit them
Yeah.
like 54 mana kind of range, 48. You can fit them in and really get the abilities that this level 3 legendary offers. Like really
Mm-hmm.
solid.
All right, hold on. Let's take a moment to answer, or well, just to comment on Andrew's comment here. So he's saying, I don't know about other high level players, so Diamond Champ, but for me, I seem to play the same 100 players or so all season, every season. So I'm not sure if the start of the season is necessarily harder than the end. So now that I've been in Diamond, I see the same names all around. I'm
Mhm.
curious for you in Gold because I can't remember what the experience was like in Gold, just because there was. I don't ever feel like I had this the same way in Diamond, but I'm wondering now, are you seeing a lot of the same names? Are there a lot more bot accounts that you're seeing? What's that experience like in Gold?
Um, you know, if you compare this season and the previous seasons, then recently, like the last few days, I think I've noticed more like new names, like new players who are renting up to play in Go.
Mm-hmm.
Previously, because where I am at Max Go One, I always meet the top 100 players all the time. And then you have like Byzantinese,
Yeah. I do
players
remember
from
that.
the yeah, and usually I recognize the guild because most of the guilds they are very very consistent. The top guilds like Immortal Gods, Future DC Bags, Death
Mm-hmm.
Hamsterism, the Japanese guilds very strong, Summoner's Tribe, etc. So always I see the same people, but the last few days I've noticed really new names that I've never ever come across, and they're just renting max out gold decks to maybe have a taste of gold. What would the rewards be like?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I think this like everyone is in this exploration stage. Like
Yeah.
for those who are already playing gold, we go and explore the bronze, right? You create you restart your all, you throw some delegations in, and then we want to know what's happening there. And I think for players who are from like bronze or silver, they want to have a taste of like what's up there.
What's in Gold?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
So I think.
Bulldog
figuring
just
out.
posted that video about how like he had great earnings in gold. Bulldog, if you watch this, I hope you're feeling better soon.
Mhm.
But it's that to me, I'm just like, okay, well, you're gonna get a lot of people who are curious about it. If they know the ROI is there right now for renting, you're gonna see a lot of those names kind of jump back up, right?
Yeah. And but that being said, his rewards were insanely good. Like I was like, what? I didn't even
I was
like
just like,
what?
yeah, he got some good RNG on that.
Yeah. Perfect for video making.
I
Like
know.
perfect. Like home it's just a home run. Yeah.
It's
So
a streamer bonus.
yeah, but with that being said, is it really sustainable over a long like period of time, like over the next few seasons? I don't think so because even players like me who have like like go max out Chaos Legion cards, some untamed, some dies, I still have to rent pretty heavily to be in top of gold. Yeah, my rentals are
Hmm.
like 3 to 500 DEC,
Oh
and
wow, okay.
if a player who does not own cards, okay, or minimal, let's say like silver 3, silver 2, right?
Hmm.
To get to high gold, you not only have to rent like a ton of cards, you need to rent a ton of power as well.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes the like my opinion may be biased or like doesn't present like the full view because we don't take into considerations like power rental and stuff because we take that for granted because we already have that base power. We don't factor that into our computation of is gold worth it or more worth it than bronze, etc. Because the power is a given because we are already playing there. Yeah.
Yeah, and
But
you
if
have
you're
like a
renting,
natural baseline power already due to the deck
yep,
that you own, right? So you're renting
yes,
supplemental on top just to stay in or near the top.
yeah. I'm at 500,000 power right now,
In
which is
gold?
champion
Holy
three. Yeah,
crap! Yeah, that's
I
crazy.
have 500 power, but that's with my rentals. Yeah, so that's like champion power, but I'm just playing in gold one. Yeah, so
Yeah, I mean, so again, it's going to take me 2 seasons to get back down to gold, but that's where I'm naturally at. So I'm just so curious to see what your experience is like because I need to know what to plan for, maybe like what cards I should be leveling up or
yep,
potentially
yep, yep.
buying or preparing to rent. So do you feel like you're putting in this, 3 to 500 DEC per day for
Mhm.
rentals from an ROI perspective, and this is completely financial. Like do you feel
Yeah,
like you're getting that back in chests?
for the last 3 days of pushing, like every time I open a chest, every single day I made more than my rentals
Okay.
for the last 3 times that I opened chests. But they were ranging from like 14 to 17 chests per day.
Okay.
So I've more than covered. I think I shared on Twitter, right? Like one of the days I put like $25 worth of chests of cards of rewards in a single day. So
Mm-hmm.
that would be more than enough to cover me for a
No, like
longer
the entire
period of time.
season. Yeah.
Yeah, almost. So I think since I've tried it consistently for 3 days, I'm getting more confident. But at the same time, the rentals has increased, so it may not last forever.
Mm-hmm.
It may get more and more expensive, and I might have to cut down on the rentals, really decide what's useful, what's critical, what can I do without, and re-strategize to make sure that it balances out.
Now,
And
are
that is
you only
something that
renting for your daily focus, or are you renting, to have a fully complete deck? Because 500,000 power sounds like you have a complete deck.
I have a complete deck in terms of like Chaos Legion, but
Mm-hmm.
when I rent, I only rent for the focus splinter.
Okay. All right. And that's
Yeah,
still getting you above the 500K power. That's kind of crazy.
I have no idea. I need to check why my pile is so high. I just took a look. I was like,
Are
what?
you are you renting a Dr. Blight right now too?
Yes, I'm renting a Dr. Blight. I am renting every single day, even when I'm not playing. It's just there forever.
Gotcha.
Right
Okay.
now.
I feel like you
Yeah.
need them once you get into gold.
Yeah. Dr. Blight is to me is like a staple right now. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll just like refresh the rental. It's like a long term rental. I signed like a 2 years lease or something.
2 year 2 year agreement. Go
Yeah,
through.
yeah, yeah.
All right, they're talking about some death. Darkest Night is down to 11.75 ECR. That's impressive, dude. Hey, can you get it? Just can you get to single digits? I just want to see it.
Like
I just want to
press, press,
see
press.
that kind of commitment. I won a game against Darkest Night. So satisfying. Well done.
Rubbing
Well
it in.
done. I know. What's going on, Ben Holiday? How are you doing? Counter Lorna with Lorna. All right, that's a good strategy, I suppose. So part of me can't wait to get back down to gold because I feel much more comfortable with the meta there. So I'm excited to start renting some other stuff. Lorna pretty easily counter with a few blast monsters too. Not everybody's got Yodin, but yeah. Actually,
Yeah.
you know what I love doing against Lorna? If I don't always get it because sometimes I just get overpowered, but I will throw I have a level 1 Mylar, and I will throw level 1 Mylar with the fattest monsters that I can find and just let them kill themselves. And
Yeah.
sometimes when I can get away with it with a level 1 Mylar win against a level 6
Yeah.
Lorna, I'm just like, yes, you bot, eat that. I called out your strategy. I know exactly what to do. I do Death Redemption next to counter. The only redemption monster I have is Exploding Rats, who's good in certain circumstances, but
Yeah.
Bobby Blankenship. Thorns is my defense against Lorna. Works okay. Yeah, that seems to be Thorns and double attacks. Got it. I sent you both a gift. Oh, well, thank you, Legendary Canary.
Oh, wow.
Well, that Godzilla, that's going to help towards your what's your fund. So I was talking to Darkest Night recently, and he's committed to getting a maxed out kitty. So he is now, but no, like he's not just going to pay for it now, but he's going to take his earnings over the next however long and start saving up for a kitty. So he's calling it his kitty fund. So I'm curious for you, do you have a certain like pie in the sky card out there that you are saving for a fund? Because then we can all contribute to it.
Yes. Actually, I have part of the amount ready already. The one that I really want to get is a Gofoy River Helendale and the Gofoy Brightwing. Adelaide Brightwing.
Okay. Because you use them a lot, or you just
because I use water a lot. Second is the life summoners coming, the legendary summoners coming, and Brightwing is a staple. So, and these two cards get not absolutely, but everything they need at level 2, and I've no plans of leveling up to level 3 because I'm using just level 2 right now. So the goal for it would be a perfect sweet spot to get them.
So you want to keep them at level 2 by just swapping out for the gold foil. Okay.
Right. So that's the only reason, because it's too expensive. You're going to like combine gold foil legendaries together. I don't think I can afford it. So, but one BCX, I think it's attainable. So, but I'm still just slightly holding back because the prices are a bit high, especially Brightwing.
I'm being impatient, but I do think that we will see a market repricing after the end of the airdrop. I think there's just a lot of hype right now to like buy into things, but I don't know. Part of me just looks at like the amount of packs that might be bought and or opened after the end of the airdrop. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not advice for anyone, but I'm kind of waiting as long as I can.
Yeah, I'm sitting on like a $120 of DEC, but I don't know what to buy. I don't want to hold DEC, so I want to spend it on something, but nothing is really attractive right now.
Yeah, no, I'm in the Simbo. I have not that much. I think I have like maybe 60,000 DEC, and part of me was just like, okay, well, should I convert it? Like, because we were talking about nodes earlier, and I was like, I don't know, should I go for a node? But I don't know. I'm so over these nodes now. I have my share, and that's like, I think I'm just gonna be happy with it. All right, Clevin's in the house. What's going on, Clevin? I see Flo saying 3 losses in a row. It's break time. Yeah, I for some reason I go 5 in a row. If I lose 5 in a row, then I just quit the game. But then I always make my comeback. Brian Wu saying, I feel like bot renters are moving from renting cheap power to renting strong cards. I agree. I feel like I saw a lot of bots in gold when I was playing in the alt account. I mean, 2 weeks ago, who predicted you can't rent a high level Zenith Monk from the market? We're feeling the card scarcity. Arno, what's going on? Can we ask you're awesome too? Diego, what's happening? Team Phoenix Rising. Okay, this is a good one because I think this is in line with the late night Actually, it was late night for me. I think it was like morning for you last night. We were going back and forth on Discord, just messaging each other. But Team Phoenix Rising. When do you think SPS, DEC, and vouchers will recover in price? Crypto market is consolidating now, so I see no reason why they are tanking. All right, Godziel, I think this is a perfect segue into any and all hot takes you'd like to give.
I think let's start with the spark that set everything off. And I think just this week, like earlier this week, they announced the bringing forward of the airdrops of the vouchers for the notes. So I think if you guys follow the Discord chat, especially the math chat, you would see or notice there was some great action going on between like Gang and Omega Splinter and some other math, and I joined in and chimed in too. So I think the whole story began because of this bringing forward the rewards just 1 week after the note sale. I think this caught most of us by surprise, including After Sound, right? Which you shared earlier that you were a bit disappointed by it because you're holding a bag of SPS, and I do hold some SPS as well, and I'm currently not holding a note. So, putting aside like whether you own a note or not own a note, of course, note holders will be happy, while non-note owners may feel indifferent, or they may feel that like, oh, why are they diluting vouchers when that's like one of the utility given to SPS holders. For me, I'm not too concerned about the rewards bringing forward or not. What I look at was like the bigger picture first. I'm not in favor of the team making last minute changes, especially after the sale. I don't think, in my opinion, I don't find it like professional. Because when you want to sell a product, you set the terms and conditions. You write it out black and white. You explain to the public, and then you have the sale. And then it's on the company to stick to them and deliver what they have promised. Some may see that the bringing forward is over deliver, but I feel that it's just lack of professionalism to a certain extent, because it means that if they can do something that benefits some people, have they put in sufficient thought on how it would affect negatively on others? Because this is maybe this part that might be lacking, the lack of consideration, because in a in the economy, it's likely that there will be cause and effect, and likely sometimes we only focus on the positive effect and forget the negative externalities or the negative impact. So that's why I'm not in favor of last minute decisions, because sometimes the team may forget or leave out some important details that may be detrimental to the economy. So, and then sometimes I just think that why not just stick to what you promise? Like, why there's nothing wrong. Those who bought the notes were okay with it. They have accepted it as part of the terms and conditions. So all is good. Why do you need to shake things up? So that's like the first part of on being professional, and I hope the team can be more professional, as because you are trying to bring in millions of dollars into the game. You need to have
that was the goal,
trust.
right? Like they didn't get any outside investment. All this investment was from people who are already within the game, but they kept talking about these $1 million investors from outside that probably looked at this and said, I don't want to wait 6 months for an ROI.
So the thing is, you can talk to investors that say that, nah, I'm not interested because the rewards are going to pay out so late, right? But at the same time, even if you move the rewards, does it guarantee that they will buy in? It may just be paper talk, right? And at the same time, what's really backing the ROI is just vouchers right now, because vouchers are at $1.10 per piece, and you calculate that, oh, maybe I'll get my money back in 200 days, 250 days, etc. But we all know that that's not in USD. So it gives a very false sense of security of ROI. ROI is like things that you talk about at this current juncture as a snapshot of what are the elements, what are the factors in in the economy, and this is what you calculate today. But this can very well increase or decrease as factors and parameters change, which a lot of players or so-called investors do not understand that well. Whereas the big corporation or the big investors, they understand it so well that they know that it might not be sustainable and the so-called ROI may not be achievable. That's why they are holding back on their investment, because they know that it's not that easy, it's not that stable, so they are not going to commit. Yeah, you can see where's the money? It's not coming in, and
Well, there
yeah,
has been an uptick. So, there has been an uptick in node sales. I don't know why I keep using this other screen here. Sorry, guys. We have seen a couple hundred sell, I would say, as soon as this went live, because we're now at
yeah,
like 2450, and I would say that we were like 2650 for a while. So maybe we've seen 200 sell, which isn't nothing, but they're not flying off the shelves, if that's what you're referring to.
yeah. But when I look at the game, right? Like you don't. I don't get the feeling that, oh, there are a lot of people playing. There are a lot of people buying up cards. There are not a lot of people buying up packs. There are not a lot of people ripping packs. There are not a lot of people buying SPS. Why would people buy notes? That would be the last on whatever I've just said, right? Like for a normal player coming to play the game, notes will be at the last of the list, right?
Nodes have nothing to
So
do with players. Exactly.
yeah, so if the other factors or the other behavior are not even moving in the right direction, I am not too sure that I can be even confident that notes will move that much, or what's the real reason I should buy a note other than getting vouchers right now. Yeah. Do people really value the vouchers that high? Do people really value decentralization and the nodes being running? Like,
Yeah.
do people really value that? Or for me, no. Like for me, it's a no. Maybe the general public thinks otherwise, which will be good. But I just can't see that sustained interest in the notes for now. Yeah. Other than trying to convince people to buy because there is a decent ROI to get your money back at a fix, like a year or less than a year. That's the only attractiveness in owning a note right now that I can see, is
Yeah.
that yeah, it will be like a risk-free investment, and then after a year it's practically free, and that's what people buy into, like, okay, just put 2,000 down, after a year it's free. That's the idea that people think and would like to choose to believe. But most often or not, when you look at other projects that follow the same kind of uh, mentality of selling, some may call it very Ponzi-ish, because after a while you realize that the ROI days just keep increasing as everyone joins in the fun.
I've
Everyone
learned that with
joins in
other
the
projects.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not too buying a note is not definitely on my list right now, because it's just not for me. Yeah, as a player.
See, I've said that, like I posted match out. I'm like, I feel like I need to buy a node now, not because I want to. I need to, because the SPS that I was holding got devalued, meaning that the value of the
Mm,
vouchers that I have got devalued. So now it's like I need to get a node so that I'm earning vouchers at a higher rate, right?
mm,
Because the SPS that I had, like, and that's I've talked about this enough, so I'm not going to go into it. The only thing that I'll say, because everybody here knows that I'm like big on SPS, right? That's my biggest bag. I was really bullish on it. And what this did is essentially, like, SPS has two utilities right now. I
yep.
think there's just two. It's just staking for tournaments and giving you vouchers. And so they took the bigger utility, in my opinion, and they gave
Mhm,
it to something else. And that, yeah, I don't know, that just didn't feel right. And I was okay with it. I mean, I wasn't happy about it when they made the first announcement, but I was okay with it if it was coming down the road 6 months away, 6 months away, because I was like, ECR potion and whatever else they might offer as utility for vouchers would make sense. But now, we're just getting more vouchers and no utility.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't make as much sense to me.
Maybe we can take a look at how many vouchers are there in the ecosystem right now. And then what are the drivers that potential product coming that would require vouchers to maybe help sustain voucher prices? I think the next one will be Rift Watchers, right?
2.1 million is what this is saying.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if I think they said Rift Watchers are gonna be like 3 million packs or so, is it? How many do you
3 million.
recall?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, and let's assume if 50% requires a voucher, there will be 1.5 million vouchers, and there's more than enough supply in the system right now until Rift Watcher launches. So, and we are continue adding 40K per day for the next, I think, at least 2 months, if you ask me, for Rift Watchers. I don't think it's going to be launched so soon.
Mhm.
Easily August or later. So, yeah. So, would vouchers prices maintain at this rate or go down lower? You decide. Yeah. What do you think? How about you? How did you?
I mean, like I said, I've shared my opinion enough. The only thing, oh gosh, we're gonna get into a rabbit hole now. The only thing that came to my mind, spurred by what you were saying, is there. Okay, so with this SPS dilution that's happening, right? There was a lot of focus from the communication from the team talking about how, like, okay, this 20 million SPS that's hitting the market every single day or every single month, like that's going to stop in April, and that'll help like the value of SPS. Um,
Mhm.
and whether it did or not doesn't matter, but that was kind of like the communication that
Yeah.
was happening, right? It's just like, okay, we're these private investors, I think Agrid has even said somewhere, if somebody can verify this, but like he wasn't happy about the fact that like all these private investors who bought for SPS for 2 cents were dumping it right as soon as they would get it, because it just
Yeah.
wasn't helpful for the price. So now, like when I look at the move that they just made, where the node licenses have nothing to do with players. The node licenses, and Yabo was even like very like public about it, was the fact that like what they're trying to do by bringing the rewards up is get these outside investors to come in. So
Mhm.
what's the downstream effect from that? Well, you get these outside investors to come in. Now all of these outside investors are holding vouchers. They don't care about vouchers, right? That's their ROI. So either they're going to dump the vouchers on the market, or they're going, what are vouchers for? Vouchers are supposed to get you all the cool stuff in the game. So now
Yeah.
you're going to have these investors, not players, getting all this cool stuff in the game, right? So again, it's like a weird dichotomy of like, okay, well, we want the value to go to the players, but now we're giving the benefits to, we want to get big money investors in here, and then they're going to get all the benefits, which I'm totally for. It's just weird that like that was the messaging a couple months ago, and then the messaging now is like, well, we need to get these big money in. And to be fair, I love the idea of nodes. I think that they should be going. I have no like the fact that the team makes $0 from the notes. This is not like, I don't view this as a cash grab. I don't view any of this as I don't view any of it as like something that was done with like malicious intent, right? Because they're not getting any value from this. The SPS is being burned, or it's going into the DAO, which SPS stakers will have control over in the long run. But I just look at them just like, okay, well, like these downstream effects are it kind of incongruent with where the messaging has been previously. So that's
Yeah.
just
You
something that
know,
came to mind.
if I look at it just very simply for a layman, sometimes I just feel that the logic is a bit odd. For example, if you were to buy a Rift Watchers pack, like $4, same as Chaos Legion, a new player comes in, how much do you pay? You pay $4, you get a pack, right?
Mhm.
But now, because of notes and vouchers, so you need one voucher and $4 to buy Rift Watchers, right? So essentially I have to go out and buy one voucher to pay to get my one Rift Watcher. And where does the voucher money goes to? It goes to the note holders, for example, or SPS holders. Okay, let's
Mhm.
leave out SPS first. So it goes to the note holders. So essentially, I have to pay money to a note holder to buy a pack. Why? And if you think about it, this is the cost of decentralization. That means I am paying money for decentralization. But why should I pay money for decentralization? If I do not want decentralization, I leave it out. I don't want nodes, I remove it, I pay $4. So are we actually paying for decentralization?
I'm not. I'm totally fine with paying for decentralization. So I get where you're coming from, but I think
Yeah.
the node license holders need to be rewarded, and I don't even mind them being rewarded early. It's just the timing of everything, along with the way the messaging had been, is completely different. Like here's the thing. I wonder. Let me put it this way: if they had swapped it and they had said voucher drop will be later, but
Mhm.
SPS drop will be now, I think I actually would have been okay with that, right? Because like we're so used to getting SPS diluted at such a high value. Sure, it wouldn't have been helpful for the price, but I'm long term bullish on SPS, so
Mhm.
I wouldn't have cared. It's just the fact that a lot, not just myself, but like many others were like, I don't like the fact that vouchers are also going to be a part of the node licenses, and then that's the one that gets pulled up to like, oh, this is
Yeah.
happening tomorrow, you know?
Yeah. And that's the thing, right? Like there are so many things that down the road that may happen that may affect current assets. Like, what if land gave out vouchers as well? What if this?
Oh
What if
God,
that?
no, don't. Just,
Right?
no,
That's
but
the
you're right.
thing.
You're right.
Yeah, that's the thing because it is not out of the question. Anything can happen. So, in terms of investment point of view, then should we really be investing in the game or just take a step back and treat the game as a game? Because
Hmm.
maybe we do not have sufficient information to make the right call to do an investment uh, call, right? So that's the scary part as well, and the risky part as well. That these rewards that you see today might be gone tomorrow, right? For example, if someone buys 3,000 notes tomorrow, right? They say they were chasing money. Okay, let's say it really comes in. Would the existing note holders be very happy about it? Think about it. Like
Well, they get
they were,
reduced rewards too.
yeah.
So
And then they were like, oh, why are we chasing out? And then the story begins. Oh, why are we chasing external money? And then when they come in, all they do is dump the vouchers. But I don't. I keep my vouchers. I hold my vouchers. And then the whole debate starts again.
yeah, yeah.
And it's just, but why are we doing this again? Sometimes I ask myself, like, why are we going through this cycle again? Like, like you said, like they didn't want to do that to SPS, but now it
Hmm.
seems like they're doing it the same to notes. So,
Well, this is
yeah,
this is why I'm pushing for SPS utility, right? Because like at the end of the day, you need to have something there, and if you keep devaluing the only utility, not the only, but like the majority utility that it has, like here's the thing, vouchers can be changed on a dime, right? Like
yep,
vouchers, DEC, like SPS is the only thing that I have confidence in, due to the fact that it's hard capped, there's a white paper, and if they ever change the white paper, right, if they ever said, you know what, we're going to print a couple more SPS, or maybe a billion more SPS, I would literally dump everything in the game and get out, because
yeah,
then that shows that they're not sticking to what the white paper is. But I don't think that they're going to do that, right? White. That's why I only believe in SPS. But when it comes to DEC, they're going to double the DEC pool. When it comes to vouchers, they double the voucher pool. And
yep,
I can understand that, right? They want to have control over these, and it's important for them to have control as the game grows, as more people come in. They need to have these levers to tweak, and they couldn't do it with SPS. So it makes sense. But when it comes to SPS, that's why I'm pushing for utility on it, because I'm like, okay, well, this is the token you want everyone to want to have. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And so hopefully we get that. I mean, Matt Yaba seemed open to like the ECR regeneration for staked SPS, and potential like staking on players. I don't know who's buying SPS right now. Like, who's buying SPS?
yeah. There's
And then I
no
want to
need
ask them, if
to
you're buying
buy.
SPS, why are you buying it? Because if you say you think it's going to go up in value in the future, you're speculating, right? If you're saying that I'm going to buy it so I have a minimum to get into a tournament, all right, that's utility right there. But
Yep,
that's the only answer. That's the only acceptable answer for utility, right? I'm sorry, no. You can also say that I'm buying it to get vouchers. So those are the only two. I would love to see more, because that was kind of the promise of what SPS could be, is to drive as much value into it over the
yep,
long run. And again, I'm still long term bullish on SPS. I can disagree with some of the short-term decisions that were made and think that they're not going to be good, or at least they sting to me, right? As somebody whose biggest bag in the game is SPS. But long-term, I do believe it when they say they're trying to drive value. But to your point, it's just like, they're firing off in a bunch of different directions right now, which is great because I
Yeah.
want to see the game grow. But it's just like, let's just give SPS some utility, please.
Yeah, SPS has been like neglected for quite a bit of time, and there's no real utility right now. And I really, really dislike when people say, "Oh, let us buy packs using SPS, let us buy cards with SPS." It's not utility.
Well,
It's
you
just
had
a
a tweet about that.
transaction.
It's a
Yeah,
currency.
it's
It's
just a
turned into a
currency.
currency then.
Yeah, at the same, because if, after all, like what you mentioned in your video, it's like if the product is going to be priced in USD, then everyone will just view SPS as a currency. Only when I need it, I buy it, and then just to transact. That's all.
Mhm.
I'm not buying to hold it. It's just because the way we've priced stuff on the chain is just by US dollars. That's why till now SPS is not, you know, unless they do things like, okay, if you want to buy Rift watches, you want to have the first dip, you need to have 50k stick SPS or something,
Mhm.
or like your regeneration, you need to have SPS. These will make people buy and hold SPS, not to transact in SPS. So the team needs to, really do something. Like
Yeah.
SPS is really overlooked. So hopefully
Yeah.
it comes
If we
soon.
if we don't get any other SPS utility by the end of the year, Rift Watch is just going to be another pump and dump, right? People will buy for whatever they need, and then price
Yeah,
is just
and
going to
just a
fall after
slight
that.
pump. Of course, there will be a pump, but the drop now to then would just be almost as equivalent to the short
Yeah.
pump that you will see, 20% max, maybe 20-30%, the kind of
Mhm.
thing, but just within a week and gone. And then it just goes all the way down again.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
we saw that with nodes, right? You needed to buy nodes with SPS, and that's even ongoing.
yeah.
Well, I guess Rift Watchers will be ongoing, but I feel as though Rift Watchers will probably sell out faster than the nodes.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think so.
unless we get that
Yep.
big money. All right, hold on. We're like super behind on some of the chat here, so let's catch up.
Yeah.
So Brave Tofu talking about champion rentals,
Ooh.
1 to 2K per day, playing every other day, getting 10 to 15 chests. Brave Tofu, I'm curious, are you happy with those chests with in champion? Because I haven't really been happy with my champion chest yet. Felix in the house. What's going on? Kim reacts. Sorry, everybody's talking to Brave Tofu. Rental is so damn expensive right now. Oh, just wait. Just wait until there's more players in the game or the bots come back online. The rentals are gonna go to the moon. All right,
To
max
the
chest I farmed at gold is
moon.
25, but I did not get anything good. It's just RNG. Brave Tofu's a force. Yeah, I don't think I've ever beaten Brave Tofu either. So, Brave Tofu, wait, what? Brave Tofu, do not ever apologize for greatness. If you beat someone and you lay the smackdown, you wear that with a badge of honor. I don't want to see anybody apologizing for winning at this game. All right, well, I've got a pack from a 15 silver chest yesterday and pulled the quicks. Ooh, congratulations. I'll try to get single digit ECR for sure. There we go, Darkest Night. There are days you lose money. How addictive. The new system is very addictive. It very much has that one more kind of feel to it. Godzilla, I know I'm going through comments fast. If there's something that you wanted to stop on, just let me know.
No, I just, just now someone mentioned that they sent something over, right? But I did not receive a notification. But
I,
I'm
I
not
they sent it to me, so I'll send you your portion of it afterwards, and we'll do a little giveaway too with it.
okay. It's weird because I see like as if I have 500 more SPS out of the blue. So I'm not sure. Did someone send me?
Oh, they sent it to you. Oh wow, yeah, Legendary Canary. Make sure you thank Legendary Canary.
Oh, right. Thank you so much.
Very generous of you. All right, Darkest Night, right there. Putting all my change in the kitty bag. Okay, cool. Nice, man. All right, let's see. Doesn't it scare you that we have dropped to 135,000 from 400? No, actually, I feel much better about 135,000. I want real numbers. So I want real numbers, and I want card scarcity to actually happen. So I feel like that's happening now. Wait, you're getting an ROI on Splinterlands? What's going on, Dom? I think everyone knew the Bob problem, to be honest. They did. Furious Chicken, I'm missing out a lot, and that's been down for 4 days now. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Stop complaining about the value of SPS. Watch more Dwayne Cunningham, so you'll believe SPS will be higher than 1 Bitcoin. What would that need to be? What SPS market cap would be like bigger than the world
Yeah.
at that point in time? If SPS ever
What?
went to like 30,000,
How
yikes.
many? Septrillion,
Well,
octatrillion, or
I
something?
mean, if we burn, hold on, SPS can go to the price of Bitcoin if we burn like almost 3 billion. We just need 21 million SPS. Then it'll go to the moon. The thing is, let them deplete resources, no problem. The bigger problem is it gives fake perception about the number of players, or makes an illusion making you think the game is popular. Yeah, look,
Yeah,
I admire the team's resolve on this because they knew that it was going to hit their marketing and vanity numbers, right? So they did something for the long term health of the game. And to be fair, I know Godzilla and I have been like critical, but when it comes to the game, right, I do feel like the team does what needs to be done in order to preserve the long term integrity and the game economy.
yeah. I think I called the team out on this before in when they were about to launch Chaos Legion last year,
Mhm.
because I felt that it was great for marketing, but at the same time, it's really misinforming the public. Especially, I know they were trying to drive the game, bring in a lot of hype, being number one on Deb radar, etc., etc. But come on, that's not really true. So
No, I see. I'm gonna
yeah,
push back on this because somebody out there paid for the account. So it is true, like in the sense that like there was enough interest to generate these amount of accounts.
yeah,
Now, from daily active players, sure, were they not not really acknowledging how many of them were bots? Yes, but the fact of the matter is that people actually came in and paid money for these accounts,
yeah.
which
Like
benefited the team, and I feel like they've done a good job of like turning that around and
it's like I
building out
think
the team.
sharing the core metrics like this, like DAU, daily active user, and
Mhm.
daily active players in any other mobile app or game or Facebook, Twitter, Google, DAU makes perfectly sense because they don't, kind of the bot, there's no like real bot problem. So they report in using DAU. It's fine. But for us, when you know that DAU might not be such, will not provide such a fair representation of the number of players, by using DAU, many of the users or players will take it for granted that DAU is DAP, which provides a false sense of
Mhm.
security
Daily
that
active users versus daily active players for anybody that
yeah.
might be.
And if I was from the company, I wouldn't call it out. I would want things to look nice and rosy. So I don't fault them for it, but these are things that I feel that like content creator can call it out so that we can help to inform players like you and me, so
Mhm.
that we know that, oh, there's such a difference, and not everything might be that rosy and it doesn't look that good. And one day when the numbers drop by 200,000, you don't go like, what in the world, did everyone die or something? Right.
Well, it does make me wonder a little bit about how much money is staying on the sidelines, right? Because again, I go back to Chaos Legion, I go back to the nodes. Like, there's a lot of talk about like outside money, whether it's guilds, whether it's VC firms or whatever, potentially coming in and wanting to get into the space. But
Mm,
look at the Elon Musk Twitter deal, for example, right? Like he's about
yeah.
to pull out of the deal and
Hmm.
he's going to blame it on bots. Sure, I'm sure the conspiracy
Yep.
theorists out there are going to be like, oh, he never meant to buy it, blah blah blah. But the thing is, he's using the fact that like the accounts weren't, the metrics being used weren't
Yep.
fully accurate,
Exactly.
right? So when people are looking at this, if I'm going to be spending millions of dollars or even tens of dollars, right, as like a newer player, how many people were scared off by all of the comments about bots, and then that for that to get like vindicated, right, once this new reward system. So I don't mind the fact that like we're back down to what I think is a sustainable level. Sure, there's still bots there, but the game economy changes I am so bullish on because it's like this is exactly what we needed. I don't mind if we have like 1/3 of like the real active players or daily active, because now this is the foundation we can build upon.
Yep. And I think especially these matrices are very important to established organizations and partnerships you want to form, like Warner Music or
Hmm.
any future partnerships for maybe the esports tournaments, brands, because they don't care about users. They care about players because what they want is the marketing. They want the reach. They want real players. They want to reach out to an audience that would eventually buy or purchase their own products. That's why they do advertising, right? And these matrices, if you are going to lie to them or provide some form of misinformation, then they will say that bye bye, thank you, right? Because
Hmm.
you are not giving me the right metrics to look at. They will say that nah, I'm not going to work with you anymore. I don't want to advertise to a ton of bots. Why should I want to do that? So I think this cannot be taken lightly as a company, because you need to have, it's all about trust, right? As a
Yeah.
trust with the partnerships that you want to make, and then even guilds that come into the ecosystem, right? If you're going to tell them that, oh, we have 500,000 players, blah 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 blah, and then they'll say, oh, I want to be part of it. But now, can they say that, hey, the numbers weren't that true? Why did I even join this game in the first place?
Yeah.
Like, so it's about being true to yourself and then building the trust. And this really is like a reset. So if you don't want to deal with the bots, then maybe you still have to publish the numbers that are, net of bots, to let people have like a fair representation of the real economy, so that expectations can be set as well.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind it. There's I'm a big believer in fake it till you make it. So
Yeah.
it was to their advantage getting marketing out there. So I don't mind it. It's just I think many people knew that it was kind of built on a house of cards, right? People who were like really involved in the game. So
Yep.
when it did happen, like when this crash potentially from actually let's go take a look at where it's at today. When this crash in the player base happened, like I mean, look at this. It fell off a cliff, right? We're getting 135 roughly,
Up.
yeah, last couple of days. So like when that happened, most people knew that it was coming, so it's not like a major surprise. In fact, it made me happy, like to see that. Because I'm just like, well, now we're getting real numbers, right? Now this isn't fully inflated, and now like a lot of the exploits have been taken out. So
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm I'm not upset about it. I can understand. I can understand that it may have some negative consequences short term, but I think long term will be fine. Long term will be great, I think. So, Tales from the Cryptomancer's video about bots with the new rewards is crazy. I mean, these accounts have 100 plus of all the new reward card legendaries. That's all right. They got to be part of that's what's making the rental so high. So, bots are going to make it difficult for people to rent. What's going on, Max? How are you? So I agree with 0.05. We need to burn a lot of SPS for that to ever be the case. I think Splinterlands developers should focus more on getting in more and more players. This is what will make the game super bullish and make the economy thrive. I
Yes.
I think that there is. I think that they were waiting until this reward system went up, and I think we talking about this a while back, Godziel. Like when it came
Hmm.
to like marketing and all that. Now it
Yep.
makes sense to market because the new player experience is tremendous.
Yep.
So now when you get people who come in and can earn 6, 7, 8 chests a day on their first time ever playing the
Mhm.
game, that's exciting. That's addictive. So,
Yeah.
all this like marketing that was being done in the first half of the year, I don't want to say that it was necessarily wasted, but I'm excited to see what the marketing can do now that people can come in and have a very positive experience.
Yeah, I think the onboarding process is gonna be much better now. It gives people that incentive to part ways with $10 to get the spell book and to
Hmm.
learn the game, and the fun is there to open 5, 6, 7 chests, to see your chest go up in the numbers. That experience is good. I like it. Um, I'm not worried about the exploit right now. I don't think it's an exploit because market will correct itself from the
Yeah.
rental point of view. Eventually, the idea is to get people to own their own cards. Fine tweaks, maybe, because we do not want people to have that false sense where you can come in, create 10 accounts, and be profitable in this way, like today, for the next year or so, because eventually you will just have players who come in, create an account. 1 month later, they're gone, because that's the story or the dream that we sell them. That's not what I want the us to sell them. I don't want to sell them this proposition of the game. I want players, content creators, members to public the game, sell them the game. Yeah,
Hmm.
basically just sell them the game. Don't sell them the idea of, oh, you can make riches in bronze, because it will go away very soon, in maybe a couple of days or weeks time. It's dwindling, so it's not there forever. Yeah.
Yeah. And to go back to this now, I think the focus should be on like actual players, right? Like this is why I'm kind of also like rolling my eyes at the whole like chasing investors. Like that's fine, but a lot of us are like player investors when what I think we need is more just players, right? And
Yeah.
not people who are going to bring a ton of money into the space, but people who just like the game for what it is, because it's a very fun game. It's addictive, it's short, it's perfect for mobile, but
Yeah.
that's why I think the mobile development should be prioritized. Because how many times when you're stuck on the bus, you're stuck in the bathroom, you're
Yeah.
stuck in wherever, where it's just like, oh,
On the
I can hop in and,
train. Yeah.
yeah, play a couple games. So once I think once we do get a mobile kind of element to this, I think it could go a long way.
Yeah. We need a good mobile app. In this time and age, desktop is not going to make it. Like mobile games can just scale so much faster,
Hmm.
so much faster. So I think we're a bit slow on that. But I hope they really double up their efforts on the mobile game and see how important the mobile app is going to be. I think XE is coming out with the mobile API,
Oh,
APK.
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we are lagging behind.
We'll get there. We'll get there. I mean, now that they've gotten these features out, I'm hopeful that they'll be able to take some of those developers and focus on other things like
Yeah.
mobile. Now done. Okay, what's going on? Yuki's in the house. What do you think will happen to after the SPS airdrop? Card price SPS. I, I don't know, Godzilla. You want to take this one?
Crystal ball. Yeah, I think first I will see like mass sell off of DEC on the secondary market. And then when it gets too low, uh people will just use it and spend on packs, and then try to dump packs on the secondary market, pushing packs down. And when packs goes down, people may just decide to rip it open and then sell off the cards instead. So it's just like a
Hmm.
cascading effect. DC goes down, pack price goes down, card prices in the market go down, uh, SPS goes
That's a good
down.
thing. I'm excited for card prices to go down, because then that's what I'm banking on, so I can go in and scoop up a bunch
Yeah,
of more cheap cards.
yeah. So if you're thinking of investing or buying up stuff, pay attention to the timing. Um, because it's like if you were to buy a rewards card at 2 cents, and if it drops to 1 cent, then those who buy at 1 cent would double their money at 2 cents, while you just barely break even, or you don't
Hmm.
even make anything, just not losing money. So be very careful about timing if you're going to invest, and I wish you good luck.
Yeah. Car prices I think are going down. DEC I think will go back below its peg. The thing is, like with SPS, like we were talking about this last night, Godzilla. Like I have now become convinced that we will not see another like bullish run for SPS until the next Bitcoin halving. So like I'm set to sit on this thing for 3 years. I think we'll have
Yeah.
some small pump and dumps here, but I don't think we're gonna see anything close to like even hitting 20 cents, maybe even 15 cents again, right? Like I think it's just going to be a downward trend for the entire market. And I don't think SPS is going to be unfortunately, I don't think that SPS is going to be the lucky one out the way that Axie was. If there's some money that comes in injected by some outside investment, right? Like the chat that I had with Level Up Life, that could change things, but the entire market is just kind of in a weird downward trend. And the truth is that, like, again, I'm harping on it a bunch, but like when it comes to the end of the airdrop, nothing is going to change fundamentally for SPS. There's just going to be less SPS given out. but it's still being given out. It's not like it's going to stop. So with it still being given out in one form or another, sure, people may not be selling it in the same quantities, but without utility, nobody's buying it. So
Yeah. Status quo. Yeah, I think SPS would just, those who bought like above 10 cent, 20 cent, right? I think you're more like, you just have to keep it for the long haul. Like really, there's no point selling, in my opinion, as well. I mean, depending how much you have, um, yeah, it's more like just uh, try to get in whatever rewards you can over the next couple of years, and hopefully, when everything settles down and the game matures, then the token prices would have some value in it. Yeah, I think that's what we can hope for SPS, unless some drastic action is taken. But whatever it is, it's just, if you think about it, it's just going to be another paywall for new players to come in.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's it.
So detail, getting new players in the game right now is daunting. I mean, trying to understand the game takes enough time. Well, Bulldog's doing that new beginner series, which is great. So that'll hopefully be helpful. I think the team is doing a good job working on more like content, whether it's live streams, whether it's videos and things like that. So that's definitely going to help with the onboarding process. See, I need a gargoyle line. Maybe I should start like maybe I'm going to start a mercenary army. So then people will just send me a bunch of Pellicor mercenaries.
Let me choose one, guys. Let me choose one as well. Come on, don't be selfish. I'll choose the new one. Okay, it's cheaper. It's gonna be cheaper.
It's gonna be cheaper at some point.
We'll be ambassadors. Ambassadors.
There you go.
Yeah.
Also, they're focusing a lot on developing side and new ideas, which is making them forget the basic things, like make battles like Legends of Runeterra. Lovely graphics. I wouldn't say that. I think that they've scaled the team out enough where they're not taking resources away. I honestly think that this stuff just takes a while to get in. And as a player, I get it because it's tough and you definitely want things sooner rather than later. But I'm excited for the amount of releases that they have coming up. And as long as stuff doesn't get delayed the way that it was before, and if they get better, here's the thing. I think they need to get better on their the roadmap deadlines, right? Like, actually, not even roadmap deadlines. If you're going to say something in the town hall, like say it once you have like an actual target date that you're going for, I think would be good. Mm-hmm. There's a lot that's thrown out there that's just, modern format is like my biggest gripe, where it's just like, we think we're going to get modern format out with Chaos Legion. And it's just like, okay, well, here we are 6 months, 7 months later. It's not here yet. So I'm hopeful that now that they have the team, when they talk about these things, they're actually already in development, and the time frame that they give for when they'll be coming out, because the team, the infrastructure has been updated. The team is, firing on all cylinders. From here on out, a lot of the deadlines that we get, we're going to hit. So this frustration of like, all right, they talked about this, but it's not going to be delivered, until X, Y, Z date. It's frustrating. But here's the here's the cynical side coming out of me again, right? Like, everybody's so excited about the ECR potion to give vouchers utility, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys remember when they launched the airdrop potion that they talked about in January? Yeah, me neither. So all I'm going to say is like, just, I've made a video about this a while back where I'm just like, just be careful what decisions you make based on what you hear in the town hall. I love the fact that they share so much and they kind of spitball ideas, but everybody needs to understand that's all it is. It's just ideas being spitballed around. And until there is a white paper, right, until there is a post talking about it, then you can try to make some actionable, or some hopefully more informed decisions on it. And then even so
the market is not even ready. So without that being out, I don't think you will see the vouchers. I mean, they could do like a standalone shop just for that single ECR potions, but I don't think that's gonna be it. There's so much things they need to build, right? Like the market for the land, nodes, token, and then
see, they were talking about the voucher shop for a long time, and then Hardpoint Hardpoint in the map chat, people didn't really talk about this, but Hardpoint's just like, yeah, I don't know if we're gonna do that anymore. He's like, it might look like something else. And I was like, okay, well, that's like everybody's waiting for this voucher shop, and the CTO just said we may not do it anymore. Like just casually dropping
Yeah,
that in the map chat.
casually.
Which again, I know that utility is coming. It's just if people are waiting for certain things, like I was waiting for that airdrop potion. That would have been fun utility for vouchers, but that
Yeah.
didn't come through. Now people are waiting for this ECR potion. All I'm saying is that let's wait until they actually announce it rather than it just being an idea.
Yeah. Trust, my gut feeling tells me that this ECR potion is not gonna make it.
Well,
Like
you
it's not
talked me
gonna
out of
be.
it.
Yeah.
So for folks who missed that conversation last time, can you give your reason why you don't like it? Because I thought that was really valuable.
Yeah. Like if you guys thinks that the ECR vouchers is gonna be like profitable, right? I mean, I don't believe someone would top up their ECR because they love the game so much and they just want to play 10 more games. Okay, so that we put that scenario aside. Okay, so now you're buying the voucher to top up your ECR, right? Because you want to benefit from it, meaning there is an arbitrage opportunity of the price of a voucher versus the potential rewards that you can get. No doubt it's like a gamble per se, because you hope that you may pull like a gold foil legendary from one of your chests, for example. And but let's talk on average. On average, you will do it as long as my chest gives me back the investment I need to buy that voucher, to buy the potion to top up my ECR. As long as it makes sense, you make money, you keep doing it, right? You will just
Mm-hmm.
keep buying the voucher, you buy the potion, you top up, you play, repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Eventually, what will happen is that voucher prices will go up, right? And then to the certain extent that you stop doing it because it's just no longer profitable. It's just like rentals, right? If Valnamore is going to be 500 DC a day, you just don't rent him anymore. And maybe you say, I'm not going to play Diamond, I'll just play Gold. It's the same theory. So what will happen eventually is vouchers will be at a certain price, maybe $2, maybe $3, maybe $1, depending on what is the potential reward and how much ECR they are going to replenish. And then when the price reach the equilibrium, people will stop buying vouchers.
Mm-hmm.
This gives some sort like a floor to vouchers if people are interested in topping up to play. Yeah. But what will happen is every subsequent product that requires vouchers will have a base price of that cost of voucher, which can cause products to be very expensive in future when you want to do like pack releases, when initially you want to do one voucher, and then because of vouchers being expensive, you need to tune it to what, half a voucher, one third of a voucher. It's just going to be very messy, and ultimately it doesn't solve the problem of ECR. It just gives vouchers some sort of price support, but does it really solve any ECR related problem? No, because once the price increase, people stop buying the potion. Nothing is solved in the ECR sense, right? It's just a short-term solution. And
It's an interesting
that's
look
it.
at it. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing: when you look at the node sales, right, and the way that they structured the node sale over the 60,000 licenses, like, and I've made a video about this, like that. I was wrong about there being a soft floor, or at least wrong in that like
Yeah, we're
we
talking
would.
about this, right? The night that we are launching the node.
Yeah, so like because like the floor for vouchers should be
$3.
$3 right now, but what ends up happening is that there's no demand for the nodes, or at least the demand for the nodes is not high enough to push that voucher price up to $3.
Yep.
But the way that the team has scaled this out is like, imagine once we get to tranche 2, tranche 3, all of a sudden it's $5, $7.50, $10, $40 per voucher. That's the value you can get, but only if you're going for a node, right? So
Yep.
um when we talk about this like floor being somewhat set, you're absolutely right that at some point in time the potions would lose their value if people can't get the same ROI. Because let's be real about this. Who's going to use it? Who is
Mhm.
going to use it the most? It's going to be
The top
bots.
players, the top
Well,
players and the bots, like the
the
top leagues.
the top leagues. But I would say that the bots are run by investors who will find they're the ones who will figure out where that ROI number is, right? Where that equilibrium number is. And then they
Yep.
will buy vouchers or not buy vouchers to get us to that equilibrium point.
Yep.
So when, if that were to happen, like that's going to set a very stable price. But like you said, if the voucher price continues to go up, which would only happen if nodes, started to get more value, which would happen if SPS started to get more value, or they started doing, some fun things with nodes. There's a lot of moving pieces within that. But if we were to set that floor, then that could create problems in the future. Now, granted, maybe when Rift Watchers comes out, it's not going to be one voucher per pack. It's going to be half a voucher per pack, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. Or Rift Watchers may not be the best example, but let's say when like Rebellion comes out, right? If the market if the market is scarce with vouchers and voucher prices go up, right, then that could be the case. If voucher prices go down, then maybe they do multiple vouchers per pack. Who knows?
Yeah, and that's the thing I don't like, because you put a band-aid solution thinking it works, and then the market adjusts, it stopped working, and what's the next thing the team will do is remove the potion from the shop, and then that flaw disappears overnight, and then everyone who has vouchers will complain. That's the thing I hate about price ceilings and price floor, because it's proven time and time again such action does not solve the problem.
But see, that's not really a price floor, because it's being determined by the market factors, like a free and open market. But I agree that like the lever would be to turn it on and off, right? And all of a sudden that would be removed.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know how sustainable it would be long term, because it's at a certain point people will be priced out, right? People will be priced out, or bots will be priced out, because it's like, okay, I'm getting X amount of chests per day, and it's not the amount that I'm paying for this voucher potion or ECR potion in vouchers, it's not justifying, right? In a way, it's almost like a more complicated. It's actually just a more complicated quest potion when you think about it, right? Because why would people want to play more? It's because they want to earn more. So the question will be, well, is how much you're paying for this potion getting you the desired result?
Right.
So
yeah, like I said, like people really pay money to just play the game for fun. That's something that I don't think so. That's why I left it out of the equation totally. If you tell me that the game is so fun that people will buy vouchers so that they can play more, it's like those mini games on the iPhone or Android where there is like energy bars, and then it's like, oh, once you finish you have to top up credits to top up your energy so that you can build more buildings and stuff. That's people buying because they want to play the game for a longer period of time. Yeah, but I don't think Splinterlands is built this way. So I rather they go for a better solution than this low-hanging fruit. It's the best time to give SPS some utility. Think of something creative, and link the ECR to SPS, and then help drive some utility there, rather than come up with like a lazy solution of a potion that eventually does not really solve anything at all. So
yeah, agreed. All right, so Var is saying, I'm not buying SPS, but I'm not selling.
Yep, Virus.
What I earn either. I'm actually in a similar mindset. I'm not buying SPS either anywhere. But I'm not. For me, I got my bag, and I'm just gonna ride this thing. I'll keep accumulating from the rewards, but for now, I think I'm good. I'm buying SPS because it'll be used in everything in the future: land, Rift Watchers, future card sets, and remember, Aggro said the plan was to give SPS utility outside of the Splinterlands game. Hopefully, I'm waiting for it. Would love that.
I wouldn't say in absolute certainty, but that's something that as holders you can hope, but don't sell it as if it's certain. Yeah, I'll be careful with that.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but Godziel bringing the reality to the show. That's for sure. I still need about 3K more SPS for some silver tournaments. I'm gonna buy some more. See, there you go. There's some utility right there. Now,
keep buying.
I don't. Here's the thing, right? Like, so actually, folks have asked me to make videos about SPS utility for tournaments, and the truth of the matter is, like, sure, yes, there's utility for it there, but the largest tournament that I've seen, well, actually, let's go to past ones completed. the largest tournament that I've seen is like 300 to 400 players.
Mhm.
So, you know, this isn't enough of a utility for me, in my opinion. If you're only having 200 to 300, maybe 400 players playing when your active player base is in the
Yeah.
hundreds of thousands,
Don't you think it's pathetic? To
yeah,
be
it's
honest, to
like
be
that's
very
not a good
honest.
enough utility for it, right? Like either, and here's the thing, I'm hoping that whatever Weird Beard is cooking up when it comes to tournaments will actually make this something worthwhile for people to get into. But then the question becomes, okay, well, how many real players do we have that want to play in tournaments versus how many bots that won't be able to play in tournaments, you know?
Yeah, we have 0.1% of the population playing tournaments. Guys, what are you guys doing?
So Team Phoenix Rising, what's so bad if I can buy packs using SPS? I mean, it's a currency, so it's transactional. It doesn't give it long-term utility. Like those packs will eventually sell out. All right. Oh, we're really far behind. All right, they should add sneak snipe. They will. I just don't think it's going to
Yep.
happen soon, but they will. I know Matt's listening closely to the feedback, but I think their focus probably right now is getting modern and wild out. So I would
Not gonna
say,
lie, I think like abilities focus is gonna be way harder than like
yeah.
the splinter focus. It's harder, I feel.
I always found the snipe ability, the snipe focus, so tough because maybe I
Yeah.
just don't have any good snipe monsters, so I would always skip it. Sneak, on the other hand, I have a lot of good sneak monsters, and I
Mm.
use sneak regularly in my meta and strategy. But I'll be curious to see, like, what if they put something like something silly like void armor. Like, all of a sudden I'm just like, all right, look, where's Legion Alvar? You're going in on every game, doesn't matter.
I think yeah, it'll be. I hope they add on, but
It'll be fun to change the meta,
yeah,
I think. I don't know if it'll get stale quickly, but it'll be fun to change the meta initially.
yeah, it will get stale eventually. But yeah, let's see.
Yeah, Gather the Magic, thanks for plugging the show. Azzy Marks actually stopped playing when the car prices started dropping. Looking to get back in with the reward changes. My forecast seems to see some action. Hey, this is a good time to get back in, Azzy Marks. I think you will be very happy. Top in Dab. The daily active users being lower than reality makes me feel good about the game. It means there's room to grow. Yes, silver lining for sure. What's up, Randy? What's up, Zach? Reward cards are really hitting the floor. Taking the opportunity to make sure that I have the max level for each of these, about $5 each. It's a good time to get those. Keep in mind.
Right, I have chess to open.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Go ahead, share your
Come on,
screen
come on.
while you're pulling that up.
Alrighty. Should I
I'm
just
still not convinced the
share?
current number of real. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we have 100,000 bots and about 30,000 real players,
Hmm.
including the
Am I
different
sharing my
accounts.
screen?
Yeah, let me remove mine and I'll add yours in.
Alrighty.
All right,
Right.
some gold level chests. All right, we gotta wish Godziel
18.
some good luck here.
All right, let's go.
Look at that bot farm you're running, just giving you free wins, huh? All that win
Win
trading Godziel's
trading.
doing, yeah. Gold level.
Cover. Okay,
All right,
guys,
good luck,
let's
man.
do this. Oh, not that good for a start.
No,
So,
come on. I want to get something shiny. Oh,
okay.
400 DEC. It's not bad.
Okay, so this
Hey, that
covers my
covers your
rental.
rentals.
Yeah,
Yeah, there
yeah.
you go.
So these are profits. So, okay.
64.
Not.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. I'm gonna take
700. All right. There you go. Look at that. But man, is it really going to be all common
right.
cards?
Okay. In totality, I think it's fine. So a couple of cards. How many cards do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 cards. Common, fine. This covers rental. So profit
So now
wise, it's
you got
like
70 cents to spend,
yeah, like 800,
or 80 cents, I guess.
yeah, 850 DCS profit and 8 cards, 8 common cards. Pretty okay, I feel. Like for gold, this is gold, 18 shares.
Mm-hmm.
Could be better, but
I mean, there could be
this
a
is
gold foil in
way
there, but
this is way more than what you would get last season, man. This will be like
Yeah.
4-2-1-1-1-1.
Oh god, it's so bad. I don't know how many 1D EC chests I would open, but they were so frustrating.
Yeah.
Um, what was I gonna say?
Let's see
Darkest. I don't
what's
know if Darkest Night is still here, but I'm curious to know if any champion players or people receiving um, champion level chests are getting a higher drop rate of gold foil. Because I haven't. I haven't gotten a single gold foil in the maybe couple dozen chests that I've opened so far. So
I got Earth. Should I reset it?
you don't like Earth?
Earth is fine, but because I'm just gonna play a couple of games tomorrow to get maybe 3 to 5 chests and then let the ECR regenerate.
ECR rest. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just thinking if Earth is worth the gamble. I think it's okay, so I just leave it. Earth, should be fine.
And go for a fight.
Yeah.
Yvonne's saying if so many users are alt accounts and a few bots still running, the actual number of players could be. Yeah, I mean, I would put it between 30 to 50K. I mean, sure, if we some people said that they believe the real number is 100K, but if we only have 130,000 active accounts, I got to imagine that more than 30,000 of those are bots. But that's just me. Is it better playing gold account or a lot of bronze and silver accounts? I think for you, the answer is gold, right, Godzilla? Rather than just like playing in a bunch of smaller mini accounts?
For me, it's gold because I think time is an issue for me. Like today, for me to play like from 90% down to 50%, I had to play 58 games or 60 games throughout the day.
Wow.
To get to where I am. So because I'm working full time, I find it quite hard to even squeeze these games in to really do the focus and really concentrate. So I do not. I have friends who are running their main as well as their alt accounts. Just getting the bronze shares for fun, and then they share with me the rewards, what they're getting. But I just don't have the time to go and play another account or focus on it. Even though it's like a no lose situation, you just play for fun. But I just don't have the time to even manage my main account. So for me, just one account where I'll focus on to play well, enjoy the game, rather than stressing over rental of a level 2 Milo or level 2 Obsidian.
Yeah.
Trying to rent 20 cards a day. I just don't want to deal with that right now. Yeah. Mainly for time factor.
I love being able to play the game without worrying about making back my rentals, right? That was one of the reasons that I like invested in the deck, because I'm just like, okay, now I'm invested, and now like everything I make is gravy, right? Like I just bring it all back in, and I get to do whatever with it that I want. It doesn't have to pay back anything that I owe.
Oh, cards have dropped in prices.
Oh, there you go. What exactly are the Splinterlands marketing activities? Are they effective? You'll have to ask Chatter about that.
Hey, Chatter.
150K. What up, Chatter? 50K players on after the new mobile app. I think we'll get a lot. We could get a lot more than 150K. But all right, Gavin Magic wants all the vampire bats. Let's go. Feeling punished for actually owning cards would be much better off if I'd never bought anything and just rented and held DEC. Interesting perspective, Randy K. No, I think you'd be happy that you own the cards, but you're not going to be happy for a couple of years. Wait until Rebellion comes out. I mean, I'm not saying that to be a jerk. Like, you have to wait until Rebellion comes out and Chaos Legion's out of print. You have to wait until these reward cards are out of print. And then you'll be like, I'm glad I own them and don't have to rent them anymore. Maybe select one of the legendary cards to be your mascot. Oh, this is in response to, all right. So yeah, you know what? I'm going to start a llama army. So, anybody who wants to send me free llamas. What is it called? Oh, he calls it the Lion's Den, right? Where do llamas say? I'm gonna call it the llama farm.
The llama farm.
We're starting a llama farm, so
I will not be greedy. Maybe I do a vampire bat cave, like a bat cave. Or
something. You'll be fighting with Gathering the Magic. He wants all
he's
the
doing
vampire bats.
I'll choose another.
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, there's more than enough vampire bats to go around. There's gonna be 8 million total.
I want
What's
all
up, Merlin's Matrix? Oh, you want all of them? Nice. What's going on, Chris? How are you? I think ECR regen should be tied to CP in order to promote card ownership and get players to keep their cards in one account. That could be interesting.
But rental gives you CP as well.
Yeah. Well, so this is a whole other thing. It's just like, is the team really trying to promote card ownership? I don't think they are. I think they want this to be, they don't look at rented cards or owned cards any different. So I think they would want there to be, the ability to earn even if you're just renting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. ECR potion is for animals who don't have the will to stop playing. All right, Harris, I need it too.
Darkest Night will buy a ton.
So that was my question. Darkest Night, I don't know if Darkest Night's still here, but anybody can answer this question. Who would buy an ECR potion like regularly? Like, because of the amount that you play, would you buy it regularly? And what's the maximum price you would pay for an ECR potion based on your league? Right? Okay, so here, I'm gonna put this out to the community. What league
Let's
are you
go.
playing in? What
Mhm.
would you get in terms of, or like how much would you be willing to pay for an ECR potion for that league, essentially based on the rewards that you get? Because Matt was totally right that it's going to be different from league to league, right? So increasing something at the higher leagues as like a blanket is going to be very different than the lower leagues.
Oh, no, I think let's maybe I can answer it. Let's say for gold, right? So just now, you guys just saw that I opened like 18 shares. I used about 50% of my ECR, right, to get that rewards. So assuming if the potion is to refill 50%, then how much am I willing to pay? That would be less than $1, right? Because it's just like 7 to 800 DEC with some cards, so less than $1 for sure. And yeah, and even if I refill my ECR, then the chests that I get subsequently, if I were to go for 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, it's even harder to get because you need just so much more R shares to get the next chest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even for me, if we were to refill 50%, I'll pay less than $1 willingly. So does it really give much value to vouchers then? Yeah. Food for thought.
Yeah. No, it's something we're thinking about.
Yeah.
Because see that pricing is going to be so dynamic, right? As the rewards go up, all of a sudden, like that, somebody smarter than me is going to figure out that arbitrage. And I say that it's the bots because they're the ones that are looking at all the numbers, right, and trying to see whether it's worth it or not. Oh, this is going to be good. Look at Icy Flow bringing in the alpha here. Unique account rentals dropped to 20K earlier this week. I think that's the true player base. That's lower than I would have expected. Now, where are you getting this information, Icy Flow? Because I want to dig into that. Because keep in mind, look at someone like Bulldog who's playing, like he's made videos with like 3 or 4 different accounts already renting cards. So like those are 3 or 4 unique accounts. So now this 20K that's renting could be even less.
Yep.
But a lot of people aren't renting cards though. I don't know. ECR portion should be included in rewards and purchasable with vouchers. Oh, whoops. What did I do here? Oh, whoa. See, this is what I ask for when I ask for comments and then everything gets blown up and I'm like, oh my God, we're so far behind. A voucher for recharging ERC can increase your rating and thus can compound your potential reward shares if it's introduced. It's way better to use at the beginning of the season. I think, yeah, those would be going really far in the beginning of the season. Godziel be like a Wall Street analyst. I like it. This is why we get along. I want to know what he's got to think. If you had 2K, would you max a few decks or strengthen all? I don't know. I would try to get everything into. I would try to get everything into one deck, because I think
one deck as in one splinter or
no. So like because this sounds like you could have like 2 max decks. Would you max a few decks or strength? Actually, I don't know. What does strength and all mean?
I think like few decks mean few splinters or like all splinters. Is that what he's trying to do?
I understood it as like, would you max like 3
a couple
silver
of
decks
accounts,
or would you get a champion level deck, right? Something like that, or 3 gold decks. Or, I don't know. 61. I think we hit 62 for a minute. When will Modern and Wild be available? Oh man, I don't know. I'm hoping next month at the latest. Personally, I'm playing 95% for fun and the pleasure. Rest is 5% only for returns. See, this is what we need more of. Most people should just be playing for fun. You're still sharing your screen, Godzilla, so don't
Yep.
Don't open your bank account right now.
Right. It's not. I don't have anything inside. It's okay.
You got 500 SPS now in your bank account. Good luck, Godziel. Oh, they wanted you to open slower. Nice DEC pulls. Okay. Somebody's asking how low you went with ECR.
51, 52%.
Okay. So Dark Knight has gotten one gold common, but I haven't gotten any golds. I'm wondering how often golds drop. Have you gotten any golds? Gold foil?
Go for it. Yeah, on
This season.
No, actually it's last season's
End of season
rewards.
rewards? That doesn't
Yeah.
count. Because those
It
are still the
doesn't
old types of chest.
Yeah, no, I've not gotten any. This was the one from the. Oh, actually, I did. I got one.
Oh, you got one. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Look at this. Dom saying he got a 3,500 DEC chest in bronze. Would be 48.
What?
Oh wow! Can you just imagine, Dom, if you had been? I gotta run the math on this. What is
It's
it,
like a lottery.
3,500
Jackpot,
times 48. You would have had 168,000. You would have had more than Gank got in his chest. 168,000 DEC. Well, you have good luck, my friend. Just bad timing. All right.
Get a champion deck.
Yeah,
you got
I know.
the luck.
Also gotten one gold foil common from my champ. There we go. Okay, so lots of gold foil commons. Do you think Dragon Focus is overpowered? If yes, then we should make many accounts and roll the focus dice until we get Dragon. Yeah, you could probably do that. Oh my gosh, here's what you do. You just make a bunch of different accounts and then you like delegate to the account that gets Dragon every single day. And you keep playing that account. No,
Yeah,
but then you'd have cooldown.
Yeah, I mean the account has to be earning the chest you won, right?
In gold, yeah.
Yeah, so
I don't think Dragon Focus is overpowered. I think Dragon Focus is like a nice bonus now that if you get it, you're lucky.
Yeah.
They said that what percentages are for each chest for getting a card, but what is the percentage chance of each rarity? We don't know, and I think it's the same, which is why a lot of the diamond and champ level players are complaining right now. Is because I think I've only gotten common cards. Maybe I've gotten one rare card. Oh, I did give in our Crystal Smith, but like in all my champ chests, it's been all common cards, which sucks. I messaged Chatter twice and no reply. Maybe you can ask him. Nah, I'll just ask him on the town hall. What do you think about giving players a focus point bonus for owning the cards? Again, like this comes back to like, is the team really trying to incentivize asset ownership? I own my cards, so I don't mind if they added that.
No, but they're really doing the opposite, right? That means removing the RSS for not owning cards. So you're just going to amplify.
Well, this is the nuance here is that this is to signify between owning and rental. So it's like over time you want. Yeah.
No, but it's highly unlikely because to the team, owning and renting is like the same. They're not going to distinguish or differentiate renting and owning because
that's my thought process too.
Yeah, so I don't. This is not something the team will ever consider, in my opinion. Like right now, yeah.
We should sponsor Splinter Shares website. What's the Splinter Shares website?
What's the Splinter Shares?
Splinter Shares. I'm going to look it up.
The Kaguya lights.
Splinter Share, the easiest way to share your Splinter lens. I don't know what this is, so I let me look into it before I like blindly just sponsor something. But feel free to go check it out. Silver, I hardly play enough edits, so no ECR potions for me. I would rather stake SPS for a reduction in ECR rate, but I would pay 10 to 20 DEC per 1% generation. Okay, that's a penny. That's a penny or 2 pennies per ECR regeneration. So there's no way that this can scale up because, like, imagine you run it all the way down to 50% ECR. How much would you then have to pay? Ooh, would this be a DEC burn mechanism? Okay, maybe I can get behind that. We're gonna need to find ways to burn DEC. I don't know how I feel about that, but Darkest Night, I like the idea. I like the outside the box thinking. All right,
But 1%. But one game. Okay, let's say one game is 1%, right? You probably make more than that in DEC per win in champ or diamond. I mean, I'm earning 7 or 8 in gold.
I was just thinking about the math behind this. So yes, in diamond, and champion, you're probably gonna make 1% per win, right? Even just at the
Yeah.
baseline. So Darkest Night, you could literally play forever. You play
Yeah.
one game, it
Play and
drops you
burn.
down 1%. You get all the R shares. You take the DEC that you win from that battle, which you'll probably have even a little leftover extra. You
You
buy
burn
that
it.
1% back in, and you're playing every game at 1%. Oh man, that would be exploited like crazy, but I love it. I would be down for
the the Hive blockchain will crash.
it.
Everyone like has to go through 5 transactions every game they play.
Everybody's literally burning the DEC that they get as soon as it comes out.
Yeah.
Playing gold, and I think 5 cents kind of all right for a potion. Okay. I would like to see ECR potion that gives you a recharge amount based on the amount of vouchers DEC you spend. For example, 1 voucher, 250. All right, that's fair. Oh, cooldown, but people don't like cooldowns. They just want to play forever. I'm telling you, we're just bots.
Yeah.
Like, we're just bots that have like batteries instead of being plugged into the. We
Bots
have
that
to
have
sleep
blood.
and we have to eat.
Yeah.
Why is my? Hold on, give me 1 second. Sorry. Keep kicking my computer here, and then it gets kicked out of the outlet because it's so sensitive. All right, but thankfully the stream is still up and running, and you guys can still hear me, right? Good. Okay, I play often enough to consistently consider buying an ECR potion multiple times a week. Not sure how much I'd be willing to pay, but if it made sense, yeah. So Agard actually said something really interesting in the last town hall in regards to this. He's just like, okay, what about the people who are like weekend warriors? They work during the week and they can't really play, but they want to get the most they can out of the game on like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. How can the game or this ECR potion be designed in a way that it could benefit those folks, right? So I like that, being thoughtful about that. It's just that, like, what if there's only weekend ECR potions, so that this can't be like abused by bots Monday through Thursday? It's just like, hey, weekends here, ECR potions are back in stock.
Actually, this problem is not a new problem. If you think about it, even before the rewards change, right? Then
Mhm.
it's the same for daily quests that we used to have. Then those people who don't play during the weekdays then are not able to get their daily rewards
Daily rewards,
shares.
yeah.
Then why didn't back then we let them accumulate these quests and have more to do on the weekends? So
Mhm.
it's not a new problem, but now it seems like amplified because of the focus fire. Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah.
that's fair. All right, maybe if Win Streak can revive DEC, that'd be interesting. What's going on, Splinterlands, Jerio? Justin's in the house. I think it's much better if the ECR potion will increase the regeneration speed than get the ECR instantly. Oh, that's interesting. So instead of going up at 25% per day, what if you go up at like? I like that actually. That makes sense, Justin. Would also rather see increase in recovery or decrease in SPS stake too. I'm all for that. Give SPS something. Just give me something. Give me a reason to believe in SPS again, because I'm
The
losing
crumbs.
my faith.
Give me the crumbs. I'll take it. Anything.
I lost my faith in SPS. I just want a reason to believe again. Somebody give me a reason to believe. Oh my goodness.
You got to write a song about the SPS.
It's gonna be like one of those sad breakup songs and be like, I thought you were everything I
SPS is
needed.
here.
I thought you'd give me the utility that I needed, but you didn't. Now you're cheating on me with the nodes and giving vouchers everywhere. Oh, my heart is broken. My heart is broken. All right, so what would my 19,000 DEC chest from a gold one would have been worth if it was in diamond? Just double that, because you go 8x to 16x. So you would have gotten
that
almost
flex.
40,000.
That
But yeah,
flex.
nice
What a
flex right
flex.
there.
Nice flex.
That's about moving to a gold foil deck versus a regular foil one. I have a max silver deck. I mean, I think it's too expensive, but I would probably consider building a gold foil bronze deck because you only have to buy one BCX of each of those. So that could be interesting. Like you'd only need to get one BCX of each of the summoners, or you could rent the summoners, but one BCX of like each of those common cards isn't terrible. Just for me, Dragon Focus is the worst to get when you're renting. Oh yeah, because you need to get all of them, right? All right, so Chris, do you guys think that there should be a normal play mode that doesn't run down ECR but only rewards Gladiator cards? I mean, there's a lot of ideas for different game modes, but yeah. Made a second count today, playing in bronze silver. Yeah. All right, cool. I think we're caught up mostly on some of these. You have any other thoughts, Godzilla? How are you doing on time? I know it's late for you.
Yeah,
so
I'm good. No, it's fine. I'm good.
Got a little more time? All right.
Yep.
Owning is incentivized by the appreciation of card value over time. Yep, I agree with that. All from 250 DEC worth of rentals. Nice. That's the point. I want to play forever. So Darkest Night is all about that. I think if they sold it for 10 DEC, you would never stop playing Darkest Night. And you'd always be playing at the highest levels of 100% ECR.
We'll need to check in on him every other day.
Yeah, I
to
know.
Make sure he's eating.
Did you get some food, man? All right, the potion thing seems to be a very bad idea to me. We all remember what happened when Quest Potions worked. Yeah, and here's the thing. Like I love the innovation that the team puts out, but as Agrod says, it's very R&D. So I wouldn't be surprised if they throw out some things that flop or get exploited and then they have to walk it back, right? Like that's just the nature of like being one of the first into the space. What do you think of the new legendary summoner art style? I think it's cool.
Oh, let's look at it. I think it's really cool. Oh,
you want to open it up? I don't, but I'm sure I can find it.
Zion Eye Candy.
Oh, you got it. Okay, go for it.
Is this a death summoner?
I don't know. I haven't seen that one yet.
They were saying that this is the death summoner. I'm not too sure.
I thought we already saw the death summoner. That doesn't look like a card art though. That looks like a background.
Yeah, but I think someone was saying
saying that that's I mean that tracks. He's got literally squid ghosts around him. Maybe he could be. Oh, that is the death summoner. That's Immortalis, I think.
You are the one that write the song and has the early tick to the. You have early access to the lore.
Not to this one yet. I will say
it's really cool.
I cannot confirm or deny if I've written the song for the Life Legendary Summoner. But maybe when the Death Summoner comes out.
All right. Do I get an airdrop when I listen to the song?
Yeah, if you listen to the track, everybody gets a free summoner. You have to listen to the track.
Count the number of words summoner appears in the song and you get a free airdrop.
There you go. Put little Easter eggs in there.
And the other one would be the water summoner. It looks like more of a monster, like creature.
Yeah, I was gonna say
than a summoner.
Do we know the name?
I
guess not.
No, I forgot the name. I think the names are really quite complicated.
See, this is what I get for listening to the town hall and not watching it because I wasn't able to catch it live, so I was just kind of listening.
Yeah, but I think it's really cool.
I missed the artwork.
They explained the coloring process from the draft, and then the final product looks really amazing compared to the initial just the drawing. It's like lots of effort in the coloring and bringing out the characters of the summoner. I really like the cut art for this. But yeah, it looks like a dragon monster more than a summoner, to be honest. But
what if that's a dragon summoner?
No, they say it was the water summoner. Like,
they did say it was
sea lord or something. Yeah, like a sea lord. Make any speculation on the abilities based on how it looks?
I'm gonna go +1 magic, +1 armor, +1 speed, immunity, and poison. No, I have no. I was just trying to make him OP. I don't know. So a lot of folks are saying that They thought Kelia was going to be a +1 melee, so maybe we get a +1 melee for the legendary summoner. But damn, those melee monsters are already so powerful
Yeah.
with Kelia. Can you imagine if there was
Yeah.
like a +1 melee?
Yeah.
I don't know for water. For water, I almost feel like the range monsters don't get any love. So I wonder if there's going to be something range based for them.
Yeah. And that will be like the least, the strongest among like range, melee,
Yeah,
or
just to
magic,
kind of
right?
balance it out.
Yeah. Force field. I could see a force field. The one that you take 1 damage if it
Hmm.
gets like 5 damage and above. Could be potentially. And I think they like to mix a bit of like offensive and defensive kind of abilities now, right? To balance things
Yeah.
off. So yeah. Any suggestion from the comments? What
Let's
does
see
anybody have any
what do people
insights?
think.
Oh, Kim React
Gives
says,
flying. Oh, someone says gives flying.
yeah, I can see because it's dragon, right? Like it looks
Yeah.
very dragon-like, but it's a bit weird. Like a sea monster giving flying ability, kind of weird, right? It should give like a swimming ability among all things. So it's kind of weird.
Yeah. There's gonna be a new ability drop. It's gonna be called swimming.
Swimming, yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be the boat ability. And what it does, I have no idea. Monsters can't drown.
Oh, maybe like dodge, maybe
Oh,
dodge.
dodge could be good.
Yeah, it gives me a fun vibes of dodge. Maybe not flying, but maybe dodge.
Dodge would be good. Oh my god. Again, can you just imagine? Can you imagine Demon Shark with dodge? Like nobody's ever gonna hit him.
And blind.
Be a
And blind.
blind from flying squid and dodge.
You just can't hit nuts. Nothing.
Or phase. Like if you give Demon Shark phase, that's gonna be out of control. That guy will be
Or even
untouchable.
Oceanus. You know, Oceanus has phase and then dodge and then the speed that
Oh
it
yeah.
needs. Throw in and enrich.
So
You can't touch
water's still gonna be OP. At least
I
if
could
we were
see dodge.
running the game.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, flying makes sense because it looks like it has wings, but from a water perspective, I don't know. It doesn't. What do you think? What do you think the
Dodge.
Death Summoner is gonna have?
The death one.
Immortalis, I think it has to get resurrect, similar to Chancius the Great.
I could see resurrect. I was tough one. Like I was really thinking like life leech, but that would be like quite strong, wouldn't it? Like too strong.
If all of
Life
your monsters
leech.
had life leech.
Yeah, but that's like essentially death, right?
Yeah.
Like the essence of death. Divine shield. Divine shield to all death. Because death is quite weak to like melee snake. Because it doesn't have any protect. Give it some protect. Death needs protect. So I hope like give it some shield, some armor.
All right. Looks like I was wrong. Yuki's saying Immortalis is the Earth Summoner with the dog. So what's the name of the Death Summoner then?
I trust Yuki.
I trust Yuki too. I trust most people over myself. My memory is terrible. So, well, okay. So maybe not resurrect then, but I can see life leech. How OP would that be?
Insanely OP.
I'm trying to think of how fast some of these death monsters are.
If you have blast, then you will just life leech. Unlimited life leech.
You ever think we'll see blast on a summoner again?
I hope we do. I think it's really fun to have blast.
Yeah.
It brings the game to like another level of competitiveness. Like it's tough, but you have to learn to deal with it, and it really makes you learn how to deal with it. So I think we can cope with blast summoner. Yeah, I think it's fine.
I would have said before that I would think that the Yoden mistake wouldn't be repeated again of like giving a summoner blast, but with this new reflection shield ability being put out there, I wonder if they'll be open to it again. And maybe
Yeah.
not like a legendary summoner where you get a bunch of buffs, but just like you know, like a dragon
Mhm.
summon. Well, actually, dragons usually pretty powerful too. Can you imagine? Can you imagine throwing a dragon with a dragon summoner with blast and having what's his name, Carnage Titan, just walk all over everybody?
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe Death Summoner can have blast. I think it's like manageable if Death has blast. Uh yeah.
Yeah, like healing death creatures with other soul. That sounds about right. I'm back. Someone posted the rental thing in map chat. What rental thing? You want to check map chat? Give Death +2 shield. You know, Death doesn't have any armor, so I wouldn't be surprised if Death gets some armor. But that armor seems like a very life kind of thing. I don't know. Just my thought process. Are you looking to see what was said?
Yeah. But I don't really see.
Jimar with Life Leech would be nuts. Sorry, I feel like I missed some chat back here. I'm just going to go back through. Question about the license thing. I thought you would only get rewards if you actually run a node, but now it seems like you'll get rewarded just for owning a license. What's the point of running a node? Ghoulish. You're absolutely right. Rewards are just being paid out for holding stuff now. You're not actually contributing anything to it, which kind of defeats the purpose. So I agree with you that there's no point in actually running a node if you're just going to get the reward. Now, here's the thing. You will only get the SPS rewards if you're running the node. It sounds as though vouchers are going to be airdropped to you no matter what. The thing is, if they don't get validated nodes up and running by August, like they were saying, then they're going to be giving SPS for free for not running the node either. So I don't know what that looks like once SPS or once the nodes actually start going, because the whole point is like you need somewhere that's going to give you 24/7 access and be online 24/7. So all right, Godzilla, what's going on? Did we miss something?
No, I think they're just comparing like rental and the chests that you get, and some of them are just experimenting with a couple more accounts, hoping that it's more like I think your daily chest will kind of cover your rentals, and then what you really earn is like the season and chest, and whether you get some good pulls from it would really determine if the hard work is like really hard work, right? Grinding like 3 accounts every day or every other day, and then the season chest is what you benefit from the whole grind. Yep.
Yeah. All right, Justin, do you think it's a good idea if you can craft cards or combine card to get new cards when the land comes out? I mean, that's the whole point, right? These NFTs that land are going to give, you'll be able to craft things with the resources that they provide. So, and I think these like spells and items are all going to be NFTs that you'll be able to craft. So that part is coming. And then to Team Phoenix Rising's point, what is causing the delay in implementation of things like land in the game? Can't they hire more developers? I mean, I don't know if they can or can't, but you can always add more. When it comes to the delay of the implementation, what it sounds like is they are finding out that they need to add in a bunch of other things, right? So they want that non-card market first. So it's not. I think the two that they gave were like the tech modernization and the non-card market. So they needed to like update the infrastructure, the underlying infrastructure, and then the non-card market would make it easier for people to actually buy and sell land assets in the game.
Yep.
And keep in mind, like land assets are going to change. So right now they're plots, but then you'll be able to have like a deed later that will show you where and what type of land you have and things like that. So they need to build that kind of infrastructure underneath it.
Yeah. And to be honest, like I think like even just last year, I think the entire concept of land wasn't finalized yet. And looking at how the game has grown, there was need to, maybe relook at it, reassess that, maybe we need to push boundaries this time around for land. You just can't settle with like a simple land structure. You really need to break boundaries, challenge uh themselves to really deliver something that is really, like new, something fresh, something new, and really set the standards for what the metaverse and the land will look like in a gaming ecosystem,
Hmm.
rather than to come out something really disappointing. So I felt they had to go back to the drawing board, to relook at the concept, and then uh, plan for it and work towards it. So that's why I think there was a delay from like
Yeah.
where in the past we were thinking like it would come out in 2022, right? But now it's like 2023 and beyond. So
I,
yeah.
I think the scope of land has also changed dramatically for the
Hmm.
team. I think like they weren't thinking big before, but then this whole metaverse boom last year just made
Yep.
them realize like they got so many ideas from all these other games and projects that are working on land, and thought to themselves, well, let's get the resources to actually build something awesome. And
Yeah.
that's just where they're at now. Like they've got the resources and now they're in building mode.
Yeah.
So, and
Rather
it
than just
sucks. It
yeah.
sucks for people that have been waiting, but yeah. Sorry, what were you gonna say, Gaziel?
Yeah, just better than having like a land that is very clicky, just click, 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 click. Yeah. Rather
Yeah.
than having, I would rather they spend the time to have something really immersive and, be just the industry lead in this thing, set
Hmm.
the standards high that it's going to be tough for other games to replicate and copy, because you don't want other games to come out like a year later and do the exact same thing, exact same quality. And people are like, what we have in Splinter is no big deal. We want something that tells other gamers or other game studios that we are 3 years ahead of you in development,
Yeah.
such that we are always in the lead, and difficult for games to catch up. Even if they try to, they will be 2 years, 3 years behind us. So to protect the value of Splinterlands, this is what is needed in a business point of view. Yeah.
I think you nailed it right on the head there. I think Splinterlands is really trying to be an industry leader in many
Mhm.
ways. And what's interesting is the fact that they've done a lot of really great innovation, but are not getting the recognition for it. And maybe that's because they're on Hive, maybe that's due to whatever other factors. But I don't know. When I look at it and a lot of other projects, I'm just like, okay, well, they have a working thing and they're working on some even cooler items that, if implemented correctly, could be industry leading, right? Like, here's the thing that's happening with land right now across the crypto gaming space. But it's just like the stuff that I'll read is like nobody wants to be the first to release land, because
Mhm.
once you do that, then like you either create a template for people to copy you and or surpass you, because right,
Yep.
it's like if you deliver something that's like subpar, then the whole like land kind of ecosystem across the metaverse will be like, okay, well, is this what land is? Like, I don't know. So everybody's kind
Yes.
of everybody's kind of afraid to be the first ones. And I'm not saying that Splinterlands is afraid. I just think that they look at this as an opportunity to be not necessarily the first ones, but the first to make something awesome,
Yep.
considering that they already have a very complex and dynamic game and ecosystem to go along with it. All right, Gaziel, I think I'm going to have to wrap up in a few,
Yeah.
but I wanted to maybe finish out with this question here. Now, he's asking me, but I think you should answer this question too, because it'd be fun just to speculate, because I don't even have a good answer for this yet. But if you had a chance to be a promo card, what ability would you want? Now, would you be a summoner? Should we do this as a summoner, or would you do it as a? Let's make it easy, as a summoner, not a monster.
Right.
Or actually, no, it's fine. If you want to be a monster, you just have to list out like if you want to be ranged, melee, or magic, and what kind of ability you'd want that be game changing. Oh, this is so tough. Hold up. Now I want to go look at the abilities list on Splinter cards.
Oh, can it be like a new ability?
Oh, go for it. I mean, hey, we're talking hypotheticals here, so go for it.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to pick your Splinter too.
Something like maybe the Death Summoner, but
Oh,
I would like
okay.
to have the ability where like maybe shield and life switches around, or like damage and life switches around. Uh, yeah. to just screw things up in the game. Yeah, like just something really like out of the ordinary. Like, okay, all monsters have their life and their damage swapped. Yeah, so something like that.
Wait, that'd be so random. That'd be
Yeah, like it
okay.
adds the randomness to the game, and yeah, just like a fun summoner that people gotta guess that are you gonna use this summoner to really swap things around, and yeah, so
Okay,
that would
okay. That's fair. I don't know. What's like a cool ability that I would wanna give?
the lullaby ability, put the monster to sleep for one turn. Put the front monster to
The
sleep for one.
lullaby ability.
That's after
Is,
sounds ability.
isn't that just stun?
No, it's straight. You don't even have to attack. It's just the first monster goes to sleep.
You can just remove the first monster from the game. The first monster becomes a meat shield.
Whoa.
That would be interesting. It's like a stun for the entire game. I don't know. I feel like backfire might be kind of cool. I don't know. Imagine if every
Ooh.
monster you had backfire on it. I feel like then it's just like you go with the fastest team no matter what.
Insane speed meta. Just
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
imagine like so I almost think that if it was going to be, it should be like a dragon splinter, because then you get, it's open to everything.
That's
But
cheap.
then your counter would be Kitty, right? Because Kitty has True Strike. So
Yeah.
and
so
Kitty
there's
and
still
Kitty
a
would be
counter.
Kitty would be faster than you anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah, isn't sleep usually removed if a monster is attacked? Oh wait, I like this. Oh my gosh! All right, here's the new ability. We're gonna call it the lullaby ability, thanks to Godziel. All right, the lullaby ability essentially means that all opposing monsters start the game asleep, and they do not wake up, and they cannot attack or do anything until they are attacked. It's so OP.
You can't do that.
It's so OP. All right, that's it. I'm calling it. All right, thanks to Godzilla, we are doing the lullaby ability.
Okay,
All opposing
maybe
monsters start
not
the game asleep.
all. I think all is way too open. You can't do that. Maybe the first one, such that you have to force yourself to opportunity or snake, so that you avoid waking up the front tank.
Oh,
That's a bit
so
more fair, right?
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
The game meta is literally going to be walking around the sleeping monster, just trying to get around him so you don't wake him up.
I'm not gonna wake the
And
monster
then
up.
the counter to that is going to be like putting like Bakjira or Cube or something in front, so that you don't have to like worry about it.
Taunt. You just need taunt, right? You can use taunt to wake to be the first monster to wake it
Oh,
up.
that's true. Oh yeah.
Yeah, to
Okay.
counter it. Yeah, so there's counter, and you wouldn't want to use blast. It's like, I'm not gonna use the Odin because it's gonna wake him up.
We're gonna do Yoden with only sneak, so that we get to him at the end. Don't wake the sleeping giant. All right, fine. I can live with that. It's not as OP as I was hoping for, because I want all the monsters to be asleep. But we'll do the lullaby ability. I like this. All right, I think we can make some fun game meta out of it. And there will only be. I will make sure that we only sell 2 copies, one for me and one for Godzilla. So, and Darkest Night, if you want one, I guess you can get one too. Thanks for talking me off the ledge. Oh no, what ledge were you on? That's not good.
To keep playing.
I actually don't know how to add a second account to Hive Keychain. I didn't even know that you could do that. Oh, you just go to the settings and hit account, and then you can add account, and then use your. So I actually for my alt account, I would just use the second browser. So like I have like Brave, and then I have Chrome, and they both have Keychain. It's just easier for me. I like this lullaby ability. This is gonna be great. Godzilla, you got some great ideas. Immunity, maybe randomly put one monster to sleep each turn, like scatter shot. Next time when I feel demoralized when I'm not winning, yeah, just look at my 13 game or 12 out of 13 game losing streak. And
Hall of Shame. Print it out.
You'll be. I should just put that on my wall, like right in front. So it's just like I wasn't gonna stop playing the game. All right. Shall we call it?
Yeah. We should.
I think
It
so.
was fun.
Any closing thoughts outside of Lullaby and making Lullaby a reality?
Yeah, we gotta start a petition, to get that ability out. It's gonna be fun for Rift Watchers. It's not too late. Let's get it in Rift Watchers. After the
That'd be
call,
awesome.
pick up the phone, get Nate on the line, threaten
Nate.
threaten him that
Oh,
we need
man.
this cool ability to pump SVS.
The Bard character will finally make it into the game as like the most OP summoner.
Yeah, just trash the law or something. Just trash it, saying that we need something else, and then put it in Rift Watchers.
Both debuffs, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I would say that we dug into a lot of things this today, this morning, and people are probably looking at us and being like, "Oh my god, look at these two guys spreading FUD." So let's close this out with any final thoughts on what you are excited about or bullish on when it comes to Splinterlands, just to give people a little hopium.
Yeah, bullish. Yes, I still feel bullish because I feel that the team is churning out the products and the updates at a tremendous speed now. They're up to speed. The team is, it's like a well-oiled machine now, so they're getting things done. The game is running very smoothly. There's no delays, except for Bros, Cryptomancer. Okay, then so the game is running smoothly. Transactions are fine. I don't hear like onboarding issues, account issues. So I think that's something that we need to get out of, and we have done it. And then now it's about improving the UI, the UX, and user experience in the game. Refine it. We got to refine it such that it looks better, more attractive. And then I hope they focus on the mobile, hire a mobile app team. Mobile and desktop developers are way different skill sets, totally different. Even for iOS and Android developers are all different. So they really got to form a team, get the product managers in, and then build the game. So I hope they really focus on that as well. And then Modern and WoW, based on the roadmap, it says that it's really close. So I'm just waiting for them to really announce it. I expect it maybe end of next season.
Same.
I think it's possible that it will be end of next season because the new reward system is really stable now, right?
Yep.
Every day the focus, refresh, etc. And then changes to the reward system. I don't see it happening like next week. It's not going to be that fast. They will need maybe another season or more to make real changes because I don't feel anything is broken. So it's fine to leave it for now. So I can see Modern WoW coming up in maybe 2.5, 3 weeks time, and then the market will be all hyped up again. We'll all be like exploring again which league, which game mode you want to be in. So it will be fun. So I can see things coming up in a very nice, like every month we got something. Next month I think we'll get Modern WoW. In a month's time, we'll get maybe the non-card market coming up in 2.5 months time, and then it will be Rift Watchers in 3 months time. Yeah, so we have product and developments very well positioned for the next 3 months for now. So if they want to make it like summer of Splinterlands, they gotta up the marketing now. Now, it's a bit too late, but up the marketing, get more people on board, get the Splinterlands TV up. It's not running as like what I thought it would be. There needs to be more funneling of new players or players that are non-Splinterlands players, just Twitch viewers, to funnel them into the stream and so on, then kick off from there. So yeah, it will be a very exciting 3 months. I think we'll have lots to talk about. I believe lots and lots.
Yep. No, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. Like it's weird. People keep like, I'll get a bunch of comments about it. I'm just like, look, I can be like bearish on like maybe like where the economy and like token and asset prices go, but I'm
Mhm.
so bullish on the game right now. Like the game is fun to play, and
Yep.
the implementations that they have coming in. Like if you're in this game as a player or coming to this game as a new player, like I think this is one of the best times to be
Yeah, it
here.
is.
And so like you can play for very little, you can earn a ton,
Mhm.
and long run, whether you're just starting out or whether you're in gold or diamond, you can still just continue accumulating and enjoying the game. And like you said, modern and wild coming up.
Mhm.
Rift Watcher is going to change the meta. Like there's a lot of really really exciting things coming from a gameplay standpoint, so I'm very much looking forward to that. Please, modern and wild. I think your time frame works well. That's where I'm at too, because they're not going to do it like mid season, right? So it
Yep.
has to be at the end of the season. And I remember Cryptomancer saying he would, like, once ranked rewards update went live, he would need like 2 to 3 weeks to tweak the code. So
Yep.
if there's 4 weeks, 2 seasons, I can see it being at the end of next season, unless there's like some major setback, which would be disappointing
Yeah.
because then we'd have to wait like 6 weeks. But
Yep.
uh,
And about what 50 days left for the airdrops. That's a
50 days,
major shakeup that's gonna come.
yeah.
It's like a storm that is brewing and coming. So I guess we're
When
in for a
when are you going to
wild
sell out of your
ride.
DEC?
Maybe later, tomorrow. But I don't know what to buy. That's the thing. Like, should I buy cards? I don't know. I don't know what
I
I
don't know.
want to
Part of
buy.
part of me just wants to convert to like USDT or BUSD until I can figure it out. Because
Yeah,
I'm just like it's gonna lose value, and like what's the marginal gain on getting like SPS over the next
yeah.
couple of
Not
weeks? You
not.
know what I mean? Like I don't know,
It's more like which asset lose the least, and
the
then you
loose
just
at
convert
least
to that.
value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
So
kind of weird. So I've not figured that out. It's not much money. It's just about 100 US dollars. So I'm just being lazy at this point of time, not
yeah, it's
thinking too
it's
much.
nice to get the return on it still, the SPS airdrop, but
Yeah. If I get lazy, I'll just buy like a gold foil legendary. Just chuck it. Just chuck it in the deck and forget
yeah.
about
All right,
it.
man. As always, super fun to chat with you
Yeah.
guys. And for everybody who came through,
Thank you.
I'll be back
Yeah.
on Sunday, and we will continue the chat then. But Godzilla, have a good weekend, man. We'll talk
Yep.
soon.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining and thanks for tuning in. See you